Welcome to another episode of Around the Mage Table. This is episode 51 of the podcast for the rest of us. It has been a minute since we've seen you, and I apologize for that. Most of it's Scrap's fault. As you can see, she is burnt to a crisp, but this is not the only delay in episodes that you've caused. Okay, let's go on and address that. By the way, I can see the cord's extremely tight. Looks like you're about to rip it out.
No, I don't have it set up yet.
So just so everyone knows, I was furious after our last episode. Scrap had her mic has been getting worse and worse progressively, but it was hitting a point where you were telling us that it was like literally setting your ear on fire, and of
my
course
headphones were they were like on fire on end.
Anytime you started screeching upset about something, your mic just cut out. We couldn't hear you.
I've got a professional one now.
So I've invested in this podcast. That's how much I love you all right, I invested in this podcast. Ioski, Technique, or Lithian never got this kind of treatment. And here's the bad news, folks. I think I might have to start monetizing this channel to pay for it. Because God knows,
they're not broke like me, so.
Well, God knows you're gonna break that shit too. And
no, I'm good. I'm not.
Look at the wires. Look at the wires.
Trust me, I've not been fucking with this constantly.
We need a scrap. She keeps grabbing it.
Yeah,
I know, no, because I feel like this is what you do if you're on a podcast. You do like
it's
this.
Not. It's not what you do.
And
in fairness, Max fucks with his mic all the time. His argument was that like it stops it from buzzing.
I rest my hand on the arm sometimes. That's it.
I can't even see yours. You're just like blacked out. I have mine front and center, so you know I'm a professional.
This is
invisible.
It's
not as big as
it's
mine.
fine.
Mine's awesome.
And
if I clean up behind me, I'll turn the background off.
Well, okay, real quick, while we're talking about backgrounds and everything being blacked out, you want to show everyone your shirt, Lithian?
Oh, do I? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you were showing off earlier. You may as well show it off now.
Oh, it's a Negan shirt, dude.
And why is that? Why is that important to you?
Because Negan reminds me of Frank. It looks exactly like you.
I'll look into the camera.
You look like a freaking Negan, dude.
Yeah.
Put up a picture of Negan on the podcast.
100%. Yeah, 100% Negan.
I don't know who that is because I don't like indulge in media.
But
like,
you don't know who that is?
I just think it's funny people calling you Negan because it's a funny name. Sorry, I don't know who that is.
You have no idea who that is? That's sad.
No, I do not know who that is. I'm sorry, but I like that people call you that in the comments. It's very funny to me.
Well, I thought it was only the one comment, and I thought it was Lithian just on his. No,
it wasn't me.
It was.
Yeah.
It was not me.
No. All right. Well, we've let you two talk enough, and we haven't introduced our favorite host of the podcast. Ioski, how you doing today, bud?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Since I was last on the podcast, I got Cutting Edge. We killed.
I was about to ask.
My mythic guild.
Oh, right, we forgot to congratulate you. Throw confetti, Frank.
Okay, confetti was fine.
Confetti. Okay, do an effect.
I already did.
There we go. Congrats on Cutting Edge.
Thank you.
So tell us what like, was it everything you dreamed of? And you know, because we are but only peasants when it comes to raiding in the World of Warcraft. We would never be able to show up at BlizzCon and have any street cred, but you, on the other hand, now officially in the club.
Yep, gonna get you guys in easy. Yeah, no, it was about what I expected. I think I thought it might feel a little more stressful, a little harder, but it didn't end up feeling too bad. Obviously, we're not like we like a month before the season ended, we killed it, and we were like trying to re-kill Muggsy yesterday, and we were having trouble. So it's not like we were like, we got through what by the skin of our teeth. So it's not like we're like amazing, but yeah, no, it wasn't. It definitely was a little less stressful than I was expecting.
I messaged you, what was it, yesterday, saying how much is it going to cost for me to get him out? You never answered me.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't know. I'm not even sure we're gonna get another mount. So
wait, did you re-clear to Muggsy at least?
So there was two people that weren't on the initial kill, so we were gonna we did the skip to get them, the thing, but then we're kind of reprogging Muggsy a little bit, but.
Well, who got the mount? Your guild leader, or like did someone get it?
So like it's just randoms, and they just whoever got it.
Is it the game that makes it random, or are they just like?
Was it someone?
Yeah, I think it's like I think you loot and then you just get it if it's looted to you. Yeah,
that's how I remember it for the Jaina mount. when I got it.
All right, let's
was-
be real. Was it someone who deserved it?
ooh. Okay.
So I don't know who all got it, but one person who got it, I think, deserved it because she's the wife of the guild leader, and she had to play like 4 different classes because like every week he wanted her to play something new. So I feel like that's pretty worthy of a amount.
Yeah, you deserve it. You working hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other person who got it did not deserve it. You're saying, okay, I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
I don't know who else got it, so I'm not sure, but
And then I asked you, and you said at the time, I'm wondering if it's changed since then. You said that you would plan on rating again in Mythic. Is that still the case?
yeah, especially since we're a month out, we just finished it. I'd feel bad if I'd be like, oh, I don't want to do it now because I feel like they would need to find a replacement. But yeah, I'm gonna at least do next tier, and then we'll see from there if I want to keep doing it or not.
Okay, I'm bringing this up just because it kind of leans into a different question because you had said in our Discord that you had picked your new for at least our raid, your new arc, which is Frost Mage, but you're still maining Holy Paladin.
Yeah.
Have
I did say I would be, and I would not mind trying out Prez Evoker for raiding next season because I think it's supposed to be pretty good, at least from what I've been hearing. But if they want a Paladin, I think because of the buff, so we'll see if that happens. But I might have like a Prez arc for Mythic. We'll see.
Yeah, I was watching Max's stream. You know, he does every season or like preseason. He like has the chat predict what the meta is. And for some reason, they said Holy Paladin wasn't going to be a healer, so I was surprised to see that.
Yeah,
Holy
I think
Paladin wasn't going to be a healer
In the raid, yeah.
Oh.
like
Now, granted, they're idiots that wrote a vote on that, but
yeah, it's tough to say.
Whoa.
I feel like Mistweaver, Druid, those kind of healers, they can just heal bigger, whereas we have more sustained healing and we can, heal on a whim. But I feel like with some of the damage that goes out, it's nice to just have that sustained raid healing that you get from like a Prez Evoker or like a Druid that just puts their hots out and then can just heal consistently over a big event, as opposed to me like trying to click a bunch of different health bars.
well, and on top of that, they're playing a different version of the Mythic raid than you guys are, anyways. You know, sometimes they even them drop to like 3 or even 2 healers.
Yeah, I think they had like 3 Mistweavers for most fights this tier, like in the Race to World First. So I mean, that's kind of shows you that
Well-
they'll stack if they have to.
And Mistweaver was chosen as one. I don't know if Scraps heard this news yet, but
Why would
Mistweaver's.
I care about Mistweaver?
So here's the reason why. The monk
Okay.
buff. The monk buff Mystic Touch got buffed from 5% increased damage to 8% increased physical damage, which means that
Yeah.
everyone is calling for a melee / phys comp so it'll benefit survival, of course.
Well, no,
And Beastmaster is also
it benefits
physical.
Beastmastery more.
Yeah.
Oh, does it? Well, I was gonna ask because
Yeah.
I haven't done any research on this, but it's there are classes, of course, that are, you would think are physical based, but like, okay, I think Frost DK is probably a good example where a lot of their damage is actually frost spell damage, so it doesn't benefit them as well, as my understanding.
I don't think the bombs are physical.
But on top of that,
The
so they
bombs-
got their raid buff buffed, right? But there's been the ongoing discussion about raid buffs, and another reason why Lithy and I called them idiots that were voting on the raid comps with Max in his stream, because there's all this drama about DK's not having raid buffs, and then for some reason his chat voted in 2 DK DPS being part of the meta, and I just like immediately go like, I thought they weren't going to be in the meta because their raid buff is gone, and yet you put them as like one of the only 2 DPS double pick for DPS in this raid. Like, what the hell's going on?
Well,
So
Frank,
that's why
that's what I
called it.
wanted to bring up.
Frost DK for sure.
Yeah, is that Io said he was gonna play? I don't even remember for our raid. I want to play
Frost
Frost
Mage.
DK for our raid. Frost Mage, yeah. I'm gonna be playing Frost DK for our raid.
Look, I don't care what you sign up for the raid as long as you stay on that, right? And like,
I'm gonna stay on it. I'm gonna make you regret it.
well, no, here's the thing. Ioski, I felt bad because he signed up. What did you sign up originally as? It wasn't even a
DK.
healer.
This tier, yeah, it was Frost DK
Yeah.
this tier, and then I
And then
it
I
seemed
asked
like
you
we
and
were-
forced you into healing.
Made him a healer,
Oh yeah, which is fine. I mean, if we had to do that next time too, I don't mind doing that either. It's if I have the sometimes, especially when MDL raid starts, you
Yeah.
get a lot of people at the beginning that are like, oh well,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
heal, and then you end up with 6. So I'm like, well, I'll just
Yeah, yeah.
try something new.
We had
Yeah.
6 for about 2 weeks, and then by week 3 we had 1. Like,
Well,
it
and
was
Haywire
really
was always
bad.
late, which it sounds like he's going to be even more late
He's
this
gonna be
coming
really
season.
late this time, yeah.
But you know, the problem with these kind of raids, and especially when you invite a community to come and join you, is everyone's all gung ho and they want to come for the raid, but there's no accountability to.
We love the
you know.
community, by the way. They're great
Love the
people.
community.
I mean, I wasn't here to question that
Love
part,
it.
Lithium. But like, you know, Shawnee chewed my head off because I did like an attendance check-in, like I want to say 6,
Oh, yeah.
maybe like 4 weeks in. And he was not meeting attendance requirement, and he said if I even dared to try to kick him out of the raid, he would murder me. So if I go missing, that's why. But anyways, we are looking at a new season coming up. We'll get all into that, but you guys want to jump into some of the news?
Jump into it.
Okay, cool.
Yay.
So let's start with things that we missed while on our hiatus from, you know, the 4th of July and other scrap related incidents. Scrap, you have tried the one button assistant, one button rotation.
Let me tell you what I think about the one button. Okay.
Okay.
That's great.
No, let me
While you're
tell
doing
you
that, I'm
about
gonna
the
adjust your
one button.
camera because for some reason you're like way loud. You're now the eyes across your name. I'm gonna
You want
just
me to-
no, you're good. I'll fix it. Okay? There you go. Fine.
Better?
All right. One button assistant.
So I've tried it in a couple different venues, right? So I've been doing this mount thing, this collector's bounty, right? And
does
I'm
count?
getting on classes that I would just be pressing one button for anyway. Like, I don't know how to play Feral Druid. I just happen to have one at level 70 because I don't remember why. I just do, right?
You
So
did remix with it, I thought.
I did. Yes, I did. That's why I have it. So anyways, I need to do these mount things, and I'd just probably be hitting like Mangle over and over and over. Is Mangle even a cat ability? That's a bear ability. Whatever. The one button is awesome because like I don't have to learn the class. I don't have to know anything about it. I just walk in, I just smack stuff. It's super easy. Now that's not
It's
like
just one button anyway. They all
exactly that's what I'm
die.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So that is obviously a huge bonus for that. Now I tried.
But hold
the
on.
one button.
Time out. Is it really like? Does it make
You're not
any
really
difference?
trying it. You're not
It's
really
just
trying it at
literally
all.
like I can explosion my way through the entire. I just keep clicking it, spamming it. It doesn't matter.
I think it's awesome.
doesn't
And
count.
also, hold on. And I also tried it while I was leveling my mage.
So let's talk about the one that actually matters.
I'm not there yet. This one doesn't matter either. So I tried it when I was leveling my mage, and the first 20 levels just wanted me to press Fireball over and over and over and had no other options. It does not tell you to press cooldowns. So I still don't know how to play Fire Mage. Okay, then I tried it on my 3200 and some change Survival Hunter, who's like way kitted, like 681, you know.
You tried it in
pretty...
what content?
Ooh, what did I try it in? I tried it in like a 13, like a floodgate or something.
So serious business.
And I was a little bit shocked how good
serious.
it was. Like, I was sweating a little bit. I was like, oh my God, is it doing better than me? Like, at some parts. Where at the point where I was like questioning some things it was doing. Cause I was like, dude, I like press Raptor Strike way more than it's asking me to. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden I was like questioning, am I doing this right? Now, it finished the dungeon at less than I clocked on my last floodgate, so... Now, it doesn't tell you to do cooldowns, but I was pressing cooldowns when I knew to press them, so there was a little bit of my knowledge going into it, right? But, like, even then, I was fully just committed to the one button, not overriding it, even though I wanted to sometimes, and I was, like, very shocked how well it did. So, I mean, my critique is that I feel like it needs to be worse, because I don't want it to contend. Now, I'm also maybe not that good. Or maybe I'm doing something wrong.
That's an understatement, man.
No,
we were looking at Archon the other day, and 3400 is the best, like not best, the average survival hunter in the top 5%, and you're almost there.
I think I get 3400 with the one button, is what I'm saying. What did I end the floodgate at? I ended at like 3.5 milli, which is like
floodgate.
I can
that's
cross,
low.
Well, it's lowish for floodgate, but I feel like you can clear a 14 with 3.5.
Yeah.
Like a 14.
I mean, yes, if everyone else is doing 6 mil because they're covering for you.
No, I think if everybody's doing 3.5 and a 14 floodgate, you could clear it. Like, and no deaths. Right, like with no deaths, but anyway, I did feel a little shocked. I thought it was doing quite well for what it was. Now, I will say, as far as gameplay goes, I absolutely fucking hate it. I hate playing anything where I'm doing the one button. Like, when I'm doing my mage, I'm literally getting carpal tunnel, and I'm so bored out of my mind, I want to die. I hope that, like, the design philosophy of World of Warcraft is not align with the one button philosophy. Like I
No, I
want
don't think
the
that's what they.
rotations to be complex. Well, I don't know if I would say that. You're always giving them the benefit of the doubt, right? But like it does make me a little nervous that it did, like, if it's doing enough to do a 14, I'm like, that's better than most people do, right? So it made me a little uncomfortable.
Okay.
Now I am enjoying it because it's funny, but I am not doing it when we actually play because it's not fun. That's my take. I know it was long-winded.
No, it's okay. I mean, I think you had the most experience with it. Have either of you two played with it at all?
Dude, you forgot about Blicky, the arcane mage?
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone forgets about Blicky.
Bro.
What?
Yeah, dude, I arcane maged my way through a bunch of keys with it.
Okay.
Because I don't know how to play arcane. Arcane's
but
stupid.
exclusively one button, or did you do the assistant?
No, just the one button.
Okay.
I don't know how to play it.
I found the assistant confusing because it would light
Is
up
there-
multiple things at a time. So
Oh, no, I don't
immediately
look at
did
that.
I just
Nah, I did the one button on Blicky, and it was fine. I don't know how to play arcane at all. But it works, and I did enough to trick people into thinking I was just a terrible mage like all the other terrible mages. So it was fine.
All right, I ask you.
I have not tried it, so I have nothing to say about it.
Not even like just as a healer to see what it tells you.
No, I don't. I just don't ever think I would use it. And
Can
like
you use it as a healer?
You can, but it just does DPS spells. It sounds like.
And every once in a while, I think about
if
like
a monk would be nice, maybe
turning it on and trying it out on like some dummies. I just never do it. I'm probably never gonna use it. So
I learned Ret a little bit with it. Now I didn't use the one button. I did the rotation assistant. And on the test dummies, I was doing really well. I think I was like maintaining like 5 mil on it. But then as soon as I got into a dungeon, like it fell off immediately.
Yeah,
but I didn't have that penalty of the global cooldown.
Yeah, I was trying to critically analyze what it was doing that was different from what I was doing, and it seemed to not adapt to like I mean, it makes sense, not adapt to like multi-target situations that quickly became single target and vice versa. Like if it's like multi-target but they die really quick, like I would probably play differently knowing that I'm going to be switched to a single target like scenario and vice versa, and I felt like it kind of got a little like confused. I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes sense, but I don't think that's as much of, well, I don't think it's as big of a problem as you might think it is.
It's probably not that big DPS loss. You know what I mean? Which is what I thought. Like normally I would be doing like 4-ish, 4.2 maybe in Floodgate, and like doing 3.5. Again, I thought I was shocked by how close the gap was. And then on some polls I was doing like 10 million and stuff. Like on some polls, if it's just like I have all my cooldowns and I'm just doing my rotation, it like was doing it perfectly. So there was like I wouldn't have done it differently. Yeah, I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Well, okay.
Makes you uncomfortable.
Do you think it's good that this might be leading into a possible Xbox / console launch?
I think the penalty needs to be stronger. I hate to be gatekeepy like that, but like I feel like, you know, if you want to push higher, like 15, 16s and stuff, you shouldn't be able to just slam one button. Like I feel like part of the gameplay. What?
Arguably 3000 IO is like the top 12ish%.
So it's too late to run this experiment because I'm about to go like on vacation for 2 weeks, but I think I could 3K completely slamming one button.
Yeah.
No problem.
Well, if you did 113 with them, I mean, especially Operation Floodgate, which is a little bit of the heart of them.
14. Yeah.
14,
now, mind
right?
you, I'm mega kitted, but it's not super hard to get kitted. And in fact, I think next season I'm gonna dedicate to doing a class that I only play, maybe my Frost DK, only play one button on and try to get 3K. Like and not be lagging on the meter either. Like not be just dragged through it, because obviously you can drag your stupidest friend to 3K right now.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
But like I don't know. The 3K is not what it used to be, right? Like it's definitely a easier barrier of entry. It's true though. Like,
well, hold on. Do you think it's an easier barrier of entry, or do you think that more people are wanting to do it because of the incentives that now apply to it, like the mount?
No, I mean
well,
here's the thing.
And the dinars.
There's definitely like I know where my skill kind of caps out, right?
Sure.
And I definitely feel like a bigger stretch in some seasons and less in others, and less with some situations. Like, and 3K has been a lot more difficult in past seasons and easier in this one. It's not because of how
this season is noted to be purposely easier.
All 12s don't give you 3K, by the way.
Well, then why is IO scoffing when I say that 3K ain't what it used to be?
Because he thinks you're
4K
gatekeeping the shit out of people.
3K.
Why are you, Io? Are you gonna mansplain her?
Io, it is.
Take a big sip of water and fucking hit her with a truth
hit
bomb.
me with it.
Oh, I was gonna say what Frank said. There's just more people doing the keys now. Like people just weren't trying.
Well, no. 3K is easier.
Shadowlands 3K was like
it's different.
It was really different. You were not getting 3K in Shadowlands without a dedicated
You're comparing
group.
apples to oranges though because of the squish and all that stuff.
Well, I'm saying
point.
apples ain't oranges and IO scoffing. I'm saying 3K isn't what it used to be.
Apples ain't oranges.
Apples ain't oranges, and I'm getting scoffed at.
So you don't think you're playing better because of the scrap. Go rewind, right? Let's go.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna I'm not gonna pay you compliments, so I'm not gonna engage with that conversation. But
you're not gonna bait.
You're kind of mid. It's fine.
Let's go back to Shadowlands when we first started MDL. Right, we were struggling with 11s. Plaguefall. What was it? Plaguefall 13 that we just like. And by the way, this was when like 20s were the portal level for
we
dungeons.
got our portals in Shadow.
We got them by the end, but at that season we were struggling with 15s. Okay.
Yeah. So in Shadowlands when we got our portals, so here's a good place to put it is that we got our portals. That was like the end game of the season, and we ended at about like the equivalent of like 2,700 or so, and that was like where we capped out. And I don't think we've gotten significantly better. I think inarguably the difference between dungeon levels to get to like 3K was a huge steep like slide. Like I would say if I were to do some what do you call it, like inflation math for this, like where I would consider the Shadowlands. Yeah, where I would consider the Shadowlands 3K is probably more about like 17s.
In Shadowlands too, another thing to take into account is that your gear relative to what you could get based on the level of the dungeon was a lot lower too. So it probably also felt harder because you just had like what would be maybe heroic gear, but what middle of Dragonflight you could start getting actual like mythic gear and then doing it in like that hierarchy level. So
I mean, I'm someone who doesn't mythic grade and didn't start mythic grading, and so I gained access to mythic gear. So that has definitely made it easier, but I haven't had to get significantly better at the game to get like an insane jump in score. Like where I'm getting like I'm at like 32 and some change, like getting up to 3,300, and it's like the highest I got in like Dragonfight was like 3,100, and I was like sweating my ass off for that, like doing 25s and stuff, like, and that was way fucking harder than doing 15s now. Like we could all group together and do a 15 right now, no problem. And it's kind of like end of season.
I think that's a part of the credit is that we're playing better than we ever have.
Well, that's fair, but I'm just saying apples and oranges.
I get it. There's obviously an apples orange.
Here's my statement that I will defend. 3K ain't what it used to be. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. If this is your first season to get 3K, I'm super excited for you. Like it's super fun to kind of push places.
Gates open, everyone in.
No, I'm not saying like
I'm so proud of you. It ain't what it used to be, but I'm so proud of you anyway.
No. Like the first time I hit 3K.
Who's my little 3K? Who's my little?
Listen.
Good job, guy.
I hit 3K for the first time in Dragonflight, and I felt fucking awesome about it. I remember joking with Shawnee about it like the season before, and he was like, I think we get you to 3K. I was like, nobody on the planet could get me to 3K, dragging me ass backwards to the dungeon because it was a different level of difficulty. When I got 3K, I felt really proud of myself. But at the same time, I knew it wasn't because I got better. I knew it was because the inflation changed.
You're still bad.
Wait, but in Dragonflight, what inflation changed?
Well, there was just between Shadowlands and Dragonflight. Look, here's the thing. I said this before. You're going to push to a point of your skill level, and that's awesome. It doesn't matter what the number is. Every season, the number is going to change. It's not like 3K is a number that's standard throughout season to season to season. Like this season for me, it's going to cap out about 3,300. Maybe next season, the difficulty curve will be different.
I think you could push well into 3,500 if you really set your mind to it.
Yeah, but I'm done.
Yeah, that's fine, but that's not a skill cap issue. That's you being a lazy piece of shit.
I know, but
because here's the thing, Scrap.
Tell me there's no difficulty inflation.
No, but here's the thing. I by all means, I want to be clear. The inflation math is there. To a degree.
It's there.
I just
We
don't
weren't
know
even
what that
close to
percent.
3,300 in the past. I was sweating way fucking harder than this in Dragonflight, and I got to 3,100.
I know, but that's
I'm not sweating
because
an ounce, and I'm 33. So
but
it's
that's
like
because
it's inflation.
I'd argue you were sweating as your skill was improving. Your skill has improved now, so you feel
worse.
more
I'm
relaxed.
Older. My eyes are worse. My hands are worse. Like,
I also want to point out, Scrap, and this is again a compliment that I really don't want to be paying you. You're doing this via pugging. This is
what I did entirely.
You did this on purpose. You're doing this via pugging, right? And it is it's a simple fact that doing all this stuff. Now, granted, we have, I think, pushed most of our score keys via as a team.
Earlier in the season, I pugged a lot.
But like, we've talked about our competitions of getting to 3K as quick as we, what your competition of getting to 3K as quick as you can, ours to push as high as you can.
Because I won every time.
But last season, right, we did the IO game, and that was almost exclusively done via pugs, and that is already a handicap against performance in Mythic Plus. Comms make M Plus. Let's put a percentage on it. I'm going to say like 30% easier, right? Because 100%. just doing the interrupt rotation can be a huge difference. Another reason why I want to play tank next season is because I love doing the shot calling. I don't want to tank in pugs. It's going to be boring as shit.
Do you believe that he loves doing the shot calling? Is that a surprise to you?
No, of course. I'm controlling bitch. What do you want? Okay. The other thing The other thing I want to talk about with this one button rotation, okay? And this is the one I'm most concerned about.
We were talking about one button rotation.
This is the one thing I'm most concerned with, right? As they continue to tune the classes. So let's say, for example, well, what's a spell you use, Scrap? That's really important.
Wildfire Bomb.
Wildfire Bomb. Let's say Wildfire Bomb gets nerfed into the ground. It's like they don't want you ever touching it again. However,
they built insane.
I know, but let's just say let's say they replaced it with like
Barrage gets
exactly. But let's say they replaced it with like this new spell called, not so Wildfire Bomb. I don't know, whatever. Point is they replaced it, right? Yeah, Tame Bomb. Yep. Are they going to keep up with I don't know if API is the right language here, Lithium, but are they going to keep up with like the procedure of how this is calculated?
Okay. I have something to say about this.
Okay.
So, with survival, and now this is gonna be very boring for some people. Like the tuning in this season has been legendarily bad with explosive shot and kill shot to the point that like they're so bad you like never want to press them, but they're still on our bar and they still proc. Like you get procs of them and they glow. Now, when I was doing the one button assistant, it did not tell you to press explosive shot and kill shot. So even the knowledge of like the gameplay knew that those suck so bad, don't use them. So I don't think they're making it to design it. I think they're basing it off of like sims, right? Like what sim does the most damage.
Sure.
Does that sound stupid?
It doesn't sound stupid. I think I think it's obvious that people are doing well, and as you pointed out, you're not being told to press buttons.
It's something I noted because I would think based on like the visuals that happen where it's like, oh, you get a proc of explosive shot, it glows. Like by the design philosophy, they want you to press it when there's procs. That's why they make it glow. However, in the one button assistant, they're like, don't press that shit, which is what also the WoW head tells you to do. Like, don't press that shit.
Is there a possibility that they purposely are like trying to bait you into doing something wrong? Like that's their gameplay?
That would be insane class design, Frank, wouldn't it?
Of course it would. I'm just saying it. Do you think there's a possibility?
I think that would be fucking insane class design. Like they just make random buttons glow that you're not supposed to press. Like it's testing you. Like it's gaslighting you into thinking like you're a new player and buttons are glowing on your screen and they're like secretly you're actually not supposed to press it, but it's not. You have to use the one, but you have to use the one button to even know that. Like no, they tuned it poorly that their design philosophy for the class does not exist in the game. Like kill shot and explosive shot are so poorly tuned that like you don't use them, even though I'm guessing they want you to use them because they're baseline talents, their baseline skills that proc. Like however the one button assistant doesn't ask you to do it, so that it makes me realize it's based on sims and it's not based on the design philosophy of the class.
Do you all right, I want to hear from Lithian and ILC on this. Well, Lithian, you might know a little bit more about this. So do you think that they've like written an algorithm or whatever to predict what the sim would tell it, like this is the highest damage item, so use this right now? Or do you think they just have like some guy that said if this then that and go?
I mean, that's a good question. I think there's some small amount of logic to it, but I don't think it's overcomplicated. I think it's simple logic, you know. Yeah,
Do you
think
think
it
this will
does
allow them to
evolve.
tune it because now they see things like
Well,
Scrap pointed
I
out
think
where they're like, oh well, I just noticed that it's not telling me to do this, so we should probably buff that class or that spell.
That would be
I
if they like don't know that it's so badly tuned that you're not supposed to press it. You know
well,
what I mean? Like
if you're pressing the one button, you probably don't know your rotation anyway. So how are you gonna know one way or the other? But I do think I think it'll move things around as things get tuned, but not drastically. And I think you'll still do well either way. So,
all right.
Frank was like, we're not gonna have enough time to make an episode. We spent 30 minutes talking about one button.
I ask you, are you gonna try it with your Frost Mage, or you already practiced your Frost Mage regardless?
Yeah, I got to 80 on it, and I've been watching videos, so I'm probably not gonna.
I love that part of the game.
Watching videos?
Well, learning your class, right?
Dark.
Was that not like fun?
Yeah, it was, and it's interesting because doing the time walking dungeons, I was kind of following a Wowhead guide as I was learning abilities, and you know, you kind of see yourself do some decent damage sometimes, and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then once I started watching the videos, I started realizing how they all worked together, and now it's like starting to kind of click, and I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. And then like just figuring out the little things you do, and then looking down and being like, oh, I'm actually doing like decent damage because I'm actually like breaking the shatters and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to learn it and figure it out, and when it starts to click.
I fully support this idea of like the one button assistant for those who want it for various reasons. It could be accessibility or not. I don't care. Like play the game the way you want to play. That's fine. But for me, a lot of the enjoyment of learning Shaman, learning, you know, hell, right now I'm trying to relearn Prop Paladin because everyone always complains about how low my DPS is. And like just doing that research and watching the videos is like where I get energized by saying, okay, now I want to get in there and do it myself. So I don't know. All right, Scrap pointed out 30 minutes into one button. We know.
Okay, yeah, I won't say anything about it. Okay, next topic.
Okay, next topic. Other things going on right now. Greedy Emissary with their tier 2 recolors. I don't think this is a big deal for most of us, but I just wanted to talk about it in case any of you didn't know about it, Scrap, or have given two hoots about it.
I haven't engaged with this 0.
Don't you want that red set though?
For my paladin that
for the paladin that doesn't exist yet.
Well, what about your fire mage right here? Get this for your fire mage.
Dude, I'm over the fire mage. All you do is press fireball. It's stupid.
What about red monk? You don't want to be a red monk?
No.
I'm getting a warrior.
The warrior
one's pretty good.
The one's kind of sick.
I'm getting the warrior one, the monk one, the rogue one.
Is this a fun gameplay thing? Like, is it enjoyable?
So, just so you know, Scrap, because I've seen it in the LFR as I've tried to make sure I get my renown done. And you can also get this mount randomly, like a 1% chance.
Oh, it's like a Tyrael mount?
Yeah, it's like a recolor of the Tyrael. So there, like anytime I'm in LFR, once an LFR, like after a boss is killed, you'll see a portal spawning where the boss has died or whatever. And then the greedy goblins will come out, these motherfuckers. And you kill them and you get like 6 of a currency. I can't remember what the currency is called. Hellstone shards, here we go. And you need 20, I think, to unlock, or maybe 40. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Point is, you unlock it just kind of like the same way we did for the 20th anniversary system. But the thing is that I don't see near as much hype about everyone like hunting these down as they did the 20th anniversary ones. Like this red paladin one looks good, but I also don't feel like red's a big paladin theme color. And so I'm like,
the hunter one is a huge upgrade because the hunter one is like fuchsia and it's black now.
Fuchsia. Are you gonna get it?
Nah.
Like, I can see fire mages going like, okay, this one's for me and I want it. But like again, I'm not gonna be a red monk. I want to be a green monk. I want to be, you know, like the set color that they had for the 20th anniversary was better.
I mean, look at the antlers on that guy, man.
If you like
this is just Tyndall Sage Swift, right?
I know.
Like Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Not to say that, you know, this isn't, I guess, like, of course, anyone that's wanting to do transmog farming is always going to like it. But again, like, I don't want a fiery Death Knight. I want the Frost Death Knight, which was the one in the 20th anniversary. So
I was talking about this with the Discord thing, and I'm going to say this with that. Now, it's not as severe with this because I think those transmogs are really fucking cool. But I don't want them, and like even if doing the event is easy, I'm not gonna do the event for something I don't really want if the event is not fun. Like stuff like that. What was that thing that we were doing the other week with the with the Stormwind and the Orgrimmar. What was that called?
Visions.
The Visions. Yeah. So like I didn't give a fuck about the rewards. I was just doing that because I thought it was unbelievably fun. And like I spent a ton of hours doing that. I ended up with all the rewards, but I didn't want the rewards, right? I'm more of like a gameplay interested person than like a reward invested person.
Yeah, the gameplay on these portals suck.
Yeah, so I don't care. I mean, unless they were unbelievably cool. Like for example, I really want that pirate dragon because of one of my characters is a pirate. Yeah. So I am doing time walking once a week, and I'm miserable and complaining the whole time because I hate doing time walking. But like this, I'm like, that's a cool reward, but not enough to do something that I don't enjoy. Like if I'm gonna play this game, I want to enjoy it, and so yeah, like I'll do the visions like for 20 hours because I enjoy the gameplay and I don't care about the rewards. But this is like, oh, the rewards are kind of cool, but gameplay sucks. I'm not gonna do it. That's just me. I'm sure other people are like very transmog mount focused.
But along with this greedy emissary came the collector's bounty event, and you've been doing that.
I have been doing this. Well,
yeah.
I
quit doing it.
So I haven't really been playing a lot of WoW lately because I've been super busy in July. It's going to continue for the rest of July.
It's summer.
But I do find doing old content really relaxing and enjoyable in a different way. Like nice. I don't find it exhausting or trivial to just like walk through an old dungeon. Like I've been doing King's Rest really hard. That's the one I super want. I want the King's Rest one like so much. So I've done it on like 7 characters every week, right? And I love walking through King's Rest. It's such a cool dungeon. It gives me all these memories and stuff. I have all my characters parked there, and I'm just like, ooh, I could actually get a good shot at this mount I've always wanted. Like this is a mount I really want as opposed to the transmogs, which I don't really want. And then I get to do something that's like relaxing. I don't talk to you guys. I just listen to my podcast. Dude, Haywire and Lithian and you were all like messaging me randomly when I'm doing this. And I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm listening to my music and I'm running through some old raids and I'm just scratching a specific itch that I really am enjoying. Like just the quiet, think about like the quiet leveling you do in Classic just by yourself, just like quietly like walking around a shore and killing murlocs. It's kind of the same vibe. So I do enjoy this kind of
Every time I don't come into Discord, everyone thinks I'm like depressed. So I feel like even if I want to just listen to music, I have to come in and then every 3 seconds, because like it's the same thing. It's the thing that happens with my wife. So I'll be listening to a podcast in the car while we're driving a long drive or whatever, right? But I don't want like the kids want to listen to their stuff and she doesn't want to listen to it anyway. So I put like my one AirPod in and she'll just start talking to me and it's like, okay, fine, I'll pause it, listen, right?
You pause it, yeah.
And then like she'll just say one thing and then I'll go, oh, okay, I guess that's the end of it, and play it again. And then she'll wait like 10 seconds and then ask me another thing. I'm like, oh god. So I feel like it's the same thing. Like if I join Discord when I'm in that zone, is that like I just want to listen to music right now, but I don't want anyone to think I'm depressed.
No. If I am in WoW and not in Discord, mind your fucking business. Like, don't talk to me. Like, I'll come in Discord if I want to talk to you. That's kind of how I feel.
Terrible.
So like, who's gotten mounts so far? I got the blue Proto Drake, which was the only mount I've ever farmed for. I did it like 50 times. I was like, fuck this. So then I hit it really hard, and I got it. Like I did like 10 runs every day. No. Go back. The Proto Drake.
Oh, Proto Drake.
One from
yes, from
Utgard Pinnacle.
Utgard Pinnacle, yeah. It's in that one. Scroll up. It's the middle, right there. Yes, that's the one. So I got that one. That's the only mount I've gotten so far. I'm farming for the Mummified Drake, the Onyxian, Mummified Raptor, Onyxian Drake, and I want the Karazhan Horse. Those are the 3 that I'm targeting. I'm not doing everything. Again, because I don't care.
She cut you off when you were trying to say something.
Yeah, no, I had a funny story to just chime in real quick. When Scrap was saying not to message her, it's none of your business. So earlier I saw Scrap, and it wasn't Scrap, but we're gonna say it's Scrap for now. I saw Scrap playing Classic on Dream Scythe, which is like the anniversary server, and I messaged him like, "What are you doing on there?" And the person's like, oh, just chilling and leveling. I'm like, not hardcore. And they're like, no, I don't really like hardcore. And then I realized someone on my friends list has the same icon as Scrap, so I thought it was her.
The lady one?
Yeah. And then I realized, I'm like, oh, never mind.
You lucked into a conversation that happened to work out that you thought it was a different person?
Yeah, yep.
I can't tell you how many times I've had that happen to me in text.
That's funny. Well, I've had my buddy Scrap Z has told me a couple times that people have thought I was her when they invited her to like a dungeon or tried to talk to her or something, because we have very similar names. Like we both are Scraps.
Yeah, but you're also somehow the only person that's like out in the wild recognized for this podcast, despite the fact that your name isn't Scrap Clawing Game.
No, but in my Blizzard it is, so maybe that's why. I don't know. Anyway, go on. I want to hear about people's mounts.
All right, yeah, Lithian and I ask you that with you guys. Lithian, you said you've quit already?
Yeah, I quit. I'm tired of not getting any drops.
But you're about to get one, then that means.
Nah.
Which one were you hunting for?
I did Lich King stuff. I did what's the one we did, Scrap?
Hold on, we did Lich King one time.
No.
And
I did
Dazzler one time.
I did a bunch myself.
Oh, okay. That sounds terrible. That's a long one. Well, I want
Look,
I want Invincible because it's a sick mount, and we did it once. It took like way too long. I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Well, no, I can speed through it now, but
you got to show me how.
I've sped through, and it's cool. I like doing it when nobody's around. The best part is like if I'm on early in the morning and there's no keys up, then I'll slam one, but I never get any drops. Like,
so you got no mounts?
No, I don't have the luck like Haywire does. You know,
he hasn't gotten any yet, though, has he?
No, he's got 3.
Yeah, he's got a few.
He got the Onyxian Drake. He got the Sylvanas Windride Hawk. What do you call that? Sylvanas Hawk thing, Dragon Hawk. And he got something else. I don't remember. He did get he got a 3rd one. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, Haywire's luck is fucking crazy. He gets 3. Yeah, that's the one he got. He got that on his like 1st or 2nd run through it. I was like, the fuck? Like that's
where'd you get that one
from? Too. From Sylvanas.
Yeah. Challenge. All right, I
ask
you about you.
Yeah, and I'm blanking.
I haven't won any yet. I haven't been doing it a whole lot. I've done a couple Aldawars. I've been meaning to do Battle of the Zarlor because now that I'm gonna have a Frost Mage, I really want the Elemental.
Oh yeah. The Elemental's
for that.
I've
been doing Eye of Eternity for the Azure Drake. I like dragons, so I've been trying to get those. But yeah, I've done it a couple times, haven't. But I think probably next week I'll start doing it a bit more. I don't know how much longer it goes for, but
2 more weeks after as of when this video will post.
So probably next 2 weeks I'll run a couple characters through some stuff and see what I can get.
So I have leaned into this more than I thought I would have. I did week 1, probably 5 or 6 Ashes of Alar runs, but the one that I know that if I don't get, I'll be upset because this is the one I've always wanted, and I just like never found a way to find the patience to do a 0.5% run is Mimiron's Head because it's so iconic.
Such an ugly amount.
I did I did like again 5 or 6 week 1. I was like, well, it's okay, I've got time. This week I took I think 12 alts through it. And I got lucky because on day 1, there was someone who just posted their lockout. They said, hey, it took me 59 runs this last week. I'm going to post my lockout so you guys have better luck than I did. I didn't get it on any one of them, unfortunately, but I did tip the guy 10,000 gold. I was like, hey, man, thanks. You just saved me like 4 hours, so that was nice.
Frank, if you help me set it up this week, I'll go and get the lockout for you.
Yeah.
Because you can use my lockout on all your characters, right?
Yeah, it's a little more time consuming for you to like, because you have to sit there or log in every time I do it. No, because if you just hold the lockout, right? So you sit outside, you hold the lockout. This is my tip of the week. You get a friend, or you can do this apparently within your own account, but it's like immediately trying to log in the log out. It's annoying. Anyways, so let's say Scrap, you go and do the first run with me, but you step out right before I kill Yogg, right?
Yeah.
You go outside, you wait, and then I come on an alt, you invite me, you give me lead when I walk in, and then you leave the group. Right, that way you don't use your lockout, but I get now your lockout. I'm now the leader, so it's now my lockout, and then I can kill it and go again.
Like I could be doing other stuff while you're doing that. Like I would just do that, and then maybe like 5 minutes. Like, okay, give me the next one.
But you'd have to be on the whatever tune you want to do that. So like you'd have to be on Brayley to do it. But you couldn't be doing Mythic Plus. You couldn't be doing Time Walking. Well, maybe you could do Time Walking, but
no, I could be playing Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, point is, it was a huge time save, right? And I say huge. I mean, at the end of the day, it saved me like 15 minutes per run probably. But yeah, I was able to like knock out 10 of the runs in a matter of an hour at most. Still didn't get it. I'm hoping that person will be there this Tuesday at reset again. But if not, of course, Scrap says he'll help me. Yeah, but yeah, like this is At first, no, I say at first, a vocal majority of people at first, vocal minority of people at first were like, this is so BS. I can't believe people are going to get the mounts that I farm for, blah, 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 blah,
Those
blah.
are the people who spent hundreds of hours wasting their life in Ice Crown Citadel trying to get the stupid horse.
and did you see that there's a weak aura that someone created where if it notices you have a mount, like, no, yeah, it says if you're on the mount, it'll check your achievements to see if you got it in July of 2025. And it'll not /spit, but it'll like do something else, at you.
We had this conversation with Technique. Remember when he was talking about that battle bear, that he was like, I need to.
Which, by the way, is that on here?
Who has the battle bear? No, it's not. It's not. I think that one is retired. No, but like he was like literally like there needs to be some way to distinguish between people who like earned it and people who like didn't earn it. And it's like dude, for mounts, I just do not give a fuck. I know I was just talking shit about people like getting 3K or whatever. Like I don't care personally. Like I'm focused on my own achievement, right? But come on, man. Who cares if you did mounts like 30,000 times and somebody did it like 5 times? I mean, that can happen at base odds, so who cares?
I think because I got the Jaina mount that Ioski was talking about, right? So like
how do you feel about it?
I'm a mage main, right? I have the mage mount because that's Jaina's mount, right? Yeah. I love that mount. I've used it a lot. Probably my most used mount, if anything. And little old Ioski here just gonna pretend to be a fucking mage this season. I'm all for it, man. Because when I see it, I go, I love that mount. It's such a good mount. I might even get on it too. I go, hell yeah, let's go together, right? I could see that there is, if I were a mythic raider and let's say I got the Galliwix mount, right? I could see it being like diluted, seeing everyone with a Galliwix mount at some point. I get that. But at the same time, like there's so many fucking mounts. Like just go get on another one that you're really proud of.
The way I feel about mounts is that like I want a mount that looks cool with my character. I don't like use a mount as like a status symbol, right? Yeah, like maybe I will for a week, like I'll roll with the pussy wagon and be an asshole about it, but like my character doesn't ride a pussy wagon, dude. She's a hunter. She rides like a raptor. You know what I mean? Like I want one that like matches my character. And I think this is better to like, just because you got invincible 10 years ago, you don't need to ride that forever. Pick something else. There's cool flying horses,
I play a druid.
It's no longer hard to get. Yeah, you play a druid, you don't even get to participate in this competition.
I don't care.
Do you guys agree, Io, Lithian, do you agree with me when I say that this shouldn't be a very common event though? Like this should be a mad dash every 3 years, let's say?
Yeah, this is the random event that they just fit in, during odd times where there's not a lot going on. They just throw it out there every couple of years.
They must be desperate for subs right now. They're like, we don't have any content, please.
I don't think they're desperate for subs, but I do think they see a declining population.
Well, and we'll talk about placer housing later, which will I think fill in the gap of the sub problem later into seasons, anyways. But that'll be coming next end of season for us. It sounds like.
I do think something like this has diminishing returns because like eventually people who are really into this are going to have all these mounts. So like,
what percent of the people do you think are really into it?
I don't fucking know, man.
Like all the YouTubers, all the Twitter people are like obviously all over this, but like, do you think the average? People. Do you think of Thomas from My Daughters? Do you think he's doing this?
I think the average person will not resub for this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, unless they're like,
or even engage with it.
No, I think they might engage with it. Like, I mean, Ashes of Alar is sick. Like, you can picture you've been playing Burning Crusade. You're like, oh, dude, I always wanted that. I never really wanted to farm for it, but now I have a chance. I mean, I never farm for these, and I'm doing it just because I'm like, better do it now, or I'm never gonna do it again.
I think I farmed for Ashes of Alar twice and we were actually talking about this the other day. I don't know if I was there, but I think Lithian was, about how many hours played I have in WoW. And I've played this game forever. And I've only farmed for Ashes of Alar twice because like every time I'm like, yeah, maybe today, and I'm like, no, you're not gonna get it. It's like a 1 in 200 chance. Like
Ashes of Alar is a super cool mount. It's super iconic mount. It's like one of the few flying mounts that looked like unbelievably unique and had cool like particle effects. But now there's like 10 cooler,
way better looking mounts.
and like 50 bird mounts.
Mimiron's head has been replaced by Galliwix's head, and even then, it looks so much better.
Way better.
A lot of the stuff is replaceable. I feel like the Onyxian Drake is like, there's not anything equivalent to that, right? There's some things that are like you can't get anything like that. Invincible's Reigns, I low-key think is There's a lot of flying horses, though. Actually, I take that back.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah,
of
there's
them.
a lot, and like all these drakes and stuff. Like you can customize your dragonflight drake to look like a lot of these. You know what I mean? Like not exactly, like not a wind drake or whatever, but like you can customize it to look like whatever drake, like the coolest drake you can think of in your head. So why would you want some shitty wind drake from Cataclysm?
Go farm mounts.
I think if you're enjoying this thing, I'm right up there with you. I'm super enjoying it, but I don't think this is like a huge draw. Like I think right now it is, but it's definitely gonna have diminishing returns because people who are like super excited about this are gonna get all their mounts, and the next time this comes around, they're gonna be like, "Oh, like I kind of got everything I wanted." That's how if I get what I want, then how I'll feel.
All Blizzard has to do is make sure you don't get the King's Rest mount, and you'll be ready to do it every time.
Yeah, if I don't get the King's Rest mount, I'm going to scream because like just let me. That's what I want.
All right.
Like,
well, let's keep this show on the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
we're only about an hour in.
11.2 teaser trailer. Yeah. Have you seen the scrap?
No.
Here, you ready?
Are you surprised? Hold on. No, I'm not ready.
Take a prediction of what you're going to see in this video.
Feet. Oh no. I saw this. I saw this on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Well, I saw the
there
feet part.
They are, ladies and gentlemen.
There's the feet.
Yeah,
they gotta throw us one of those feet ones.
By the way, can I show you something that someone did on via Twitter as where I found it for
I'd love to
in-game?
see that.
All right, give me a second. I gotta everyone real quick. I'm sorry at home. I gotta switch. Why do I always forget how to switch? What am I, stupid?
Yes.
What am I, stupid?
Yes.
Oh, here's how to do it. I always forget how to do it. Okay, I'm gonna change to the game so you guys can watch this. Boom. All right, you guys can see the game, right?
Hello, game. Yes.
Okay, I'm loading it up right now. So, while I'm loading it up, let me put it on the show for everyone else.
You got that long screen.
Yeah, I got an ultra wide screen. Okay, so, feet are the name of the game when it comes to playing WoW. But we always see them in the cinematics, but we don't see them in the game, right? It's not very fair, is it?
I want to see.
Well, with this new command, Scrap, once it gets loaded up, you just go on ahead and fire off this, and guess what happens at the top of your screen?
Oh my God, there's her feet. Now, you could probably do a weak aura where those just sit there the whole time.
No, that's it. This is just a command that they built, and it just sits there until you reload the game, right?
That is disgusting.
So I will link in the comments the tweet so you can copy it yourself. Honestly, yeah, they are kind of look dirty.
They're like gross.
That is weird, but that does not make me feel as unsettled as the icon or the thing that Scrap made for the Discord. Yeah,
oh my God.
Well, Frank was like, "What's the new mascot for this season?" And then
for the expansion,
for the expansion, I was like, "It's the foot." And he was like, "Okay, do up a foot." And then it was so disgusting that he never uploads it to our Discord.
And I'm gonna put it on display here for everyone else to see it, so they can vomit.
How disgusting I made it, but like I really went like ham with it. I think so. Like
I think you spent too much time on it.
I didn't spend that much. I mean, I spent less time.
It doesn't matter. It's still too much time.
Yeah,
No, too much time.
I gave him a couple options. I said, "Do you want the feet like this or whatever?" And then I was like, "Wait, let me make the toes wiggle." And then
and literally that in-game thing, all I wanted was the toes like this.
Yeah.
So that, and hovering up and down, so that I can make it scroll across our Discord logo and all that stuff. Right?
But you can do that with
instead you gave me the most vomit-inducing. Like you might as well just had her squishing like grapes with her toes.
Yeah, I'm picturing the sound is like.
Oh God!
Like
yeah, that's terrible, man.
Like that's the sound I'm picturing.
I could put it as the icon on the website. It'll be fine.
Put it on the website.
Hey, we'll talk about the website in a minute. Oh, but the good news is we have a release date for the Ghost of Koresh path. So, as predicted, August 5th will be when the patch releases. There are some changes. I think we talked about this a little bit in the last episode.
Wait, didn't I say August? Hold on. I said August, didn't I?
Yeah, because we all said August, you idiot.
I'm pretty sure I said it.
No, I predicted, and this is, in fairness, this is a prediction that was brought to me via Mr. GM on Twitter, who's done this before. And the turbulent time waves ends on August 5th, so that's when I predicted because it has happened before. And that is correct. However, the season doesn't start till August 12th, if you want to make that count. One thing that's nice about this new season, again, I think we brought this up last time, I'm not gonna say last week, is that M0 will be available. However, it will be on the weekly lockout again, unlike what it was like for the launch of War Within. But yeah, we're getting the patch on time. The PTR seems to have gone really well because they really haven't spent too much time on the PTR. I feel like
Oh, it looks pretty.
Have you not looked at it?
I missed raid testing.
I did too. Yeah. So with it, we have a whole bunch of, here's your new Warband Scream scrap. If you ever,
Yeah.
Do I get it for free?
No,
you got to do a shadowy invitation quest.
Okay.
basically. You'll get it. It's fine.
I still have the original one.
Sounds like just play through the campaign.
It's too much purple.
It's cool. It looks cool.
Well, actually, hold
Makes me
on.
want to play my warlock.
Well, actually, this is just like you have to speak to Locust Walker and you're done. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, that's silly.
I speak to him all the time.
Going back to our original conversation about Warband scrap, we did say we thought, they'd probably be adding one a season. Are you happy? Are you still thinking this is the stupidest thing ever?
I don't like warband screens.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have to justify it. I'm just gonna say I don't like them.
Well, the raid release is August 12th. This is a problem for me because I will be moving, I think, that very week.
I'll be 3K
it'll be
before you log
chaotic.
I will be coming back from Gen Con. Well, no, that's a week.
No,
Yeah,
week
you
before
just
that.
got
You have a whole week. To
Yeah,
chill.
dude, I got so much time. It's gonna be great.
Wait, scroll down. Scroll down.
Well, so hold on. We've gotten to see
scroll
most
up.
of this raid
Scroll-
testing.
Scroll up.
We've gotten to see most of the raid testing for this. This boss right here.
People raid tested the last boss.
No, not the last
No,
boss.
Not the last boss.
This
They
boss-
never, they never
we're
raid
gonna
test
see
the last
that. We're gonna
boss.
see it on August 12th. It'll be done like immediately. Anyways,
Yeah.
this boss right here it seems to operate a lot like Mother did in
In Old Deer.
Old Deer, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to use your
different than
cloak to
Oldor.
pass through arcane barriers, and it's like a slowly closing in on your room.
Yeah, that was a good boss.
This boss I don't remember anything about, but I heard it's not that fun. But again, second boss, who cares? The Unbound Vault and these guys look to be, somewhat of an ad management fight, council fight. Apparently, this works a lot like.
Hunters.
Yeah, this is and we'll talk about them in a second. But this is the fight that's going to operate a lot like in Amir Drasil, the three druids. The one or the the three.
Isn't this the optional fight?
Allegedly, right?
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk about this real quick. I just want to talk about this because, the Void Death Knights, and there's a quest line associated with it, but we're not sure if that's ever going to be a real thing. But let me see, where did I put that? It doesn't matter. We'll just talk about it here. My question is, okay, so if they make an optional fight like this, like, what's the lore behind a boss not getting killed? Like, do they just?
No, he's just like, we didn't get to him.
He's just
sure, but then
He was in
doesn't
a
that mean
room
he's
that we didn't go
they're now free in the world to do other crazy things and like?
Well,
They're
they
just
might not
chilling.
be evil. They might just be employed by Dementis, or what's the guy's
Demencius.
name? Devourus, Demencius, whatever. And then when we kill him, they're like, "Oh, we're good. We can go do other jobs now." I
don't
feel
know.
like there could be an in-lore reason to not killing a boss. Obviously, if it's a dragon or like an evil like whatever the fuck that thing is, if we didn't kill that thing, I'd be like, "Oh, it like break free and kill something." But those are just guys.
This boss actually looks really fun.
It could be nice.
I think it's going to be. It's sorry.
That's the one with the lines.
Yeah. Well,
Is that the
I love the
Tetris
line.
boss?
yeah. So if you have this boss will
Tetris.
select. I think it's like 3 people or whatever, and they have to stand in not a quadrant. What's the sixth version of a quadrant? A
Hexadrant.
sextant.
Trident.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, they have to choose one of the 6 areas to stand in, and then like it puts a wall behind them effectively. And if you put 6 walls in a single area, the boss immediately kills you all. It doesn't sound like on heroic and normal it's gonna be that big of a deal, but it sounds like on mythic it's gonna be insane, which could be fun. This guy looks really fun. Kind of like a Princess Kaveza, was her name? Princess Kaveza type fight.
Yeah.
But like they're dragons that like breathe through portals, and yeah, it just looks like it's gonna be a banger. And of course, the Seed of the Devour.
Yeah.
This doesn't look that big though.
No, it doesn't look that cool.
But I think Scrap, the reason why is because like we start. It sounds like we start small, and then we start like chasing after the big baddie, you know, like he gets bigger.
This picture doesn't make me excited because I feel like we've done fights like I'm just thinking like Mazala was just like a big guy with his arms swinging. Yeah, from the other side.
You
like
fight his right arm, I fight his left arm. It's fine.
Yeah,
don't worry about
that doesn't seem very exciting. When they showed the picture with Dalaran, I was like, dude, what are they gonna do? I was picturing some Shadow Colossus shit. This doesn't look very exciting.
Based off of
it's like 8 phases or something, man. It's fine. It'll be fine. Whatever.
Because I'm really excited about some stupid fucking Shadow Colossus Attack on Titan level boss, but I really hope they don't love this after making it. They're like, it's a slight bigger than Dalaran. Make it cool.
They gotta hype it up.
I'm so excited about it.
I was gonna say it looks like a Smash Brothers stage almost with like something in the background that occasionally just like shoots out and like.
I think this is a phase 1 only platform though, because it sounds like in phase 1 we start as a group and we slowly split into 2 and we slowly like move to the sides, or maybe vice versa, like we start at the other ends and meet in the middle.
I like a lot of phases, so.
Well, yeah, but then we have the Sylvanas fight where we're like, okay, we're phased out.
I like a lot of short phases like Razageth.
Okay.
Like, you know, I always talk about Razageth, but it was like 5 relatively quick phases, and they were all distinct and fun.
I'm excited for the raid.
Yeah. Theme-wise, it looks good. I mean,
looks good. Yeah.
We had a good raid this tier.
Yeah.
You know, normal worried me because I thought it was gonna be too easy, but you know, it wasn't terribly easy, but it was fun.
I really like.
We start with heroic. Is that what you said? We start with heroic.
I always ask if we can start with heroic, but of course you guys always force me to go normal first.
I say yes.
Look, we finished heroic raid like less than 2 months in. Why not just start with normal? Like, so we can at least see it all. So at least we know what we're like going towards. Like, I want to see.
Doesn't matter with you lot.
So.
No, it does. It doesn't matter.
See Demencies Day 1. That's the problem.
12 times, you're still gonna screw it up.
I want to do the normal first. Why not? I want to do a walk in the park before I do a sprint.
All right, Scrap. You know what? You're gonna do all the mechanics.
Well, of course I am.
No, you're gonna do all the extra mechanics that nobody else wants to do.
God, then I'm gonna have to like learn them. That's
yes, exactly.
The Scrap dead for Gallywix too. The
No, I was dead for the one before.
She disengaged off the platform like 6 times.
There was one night where I was really struggle busting and I kept charging in and falling off. But that wasn't the night we killed it.
All right. So now for the gameplay loop that we all love, Mythic Plus. We've seen a lot of tuning. Now this is Lithium. I ask you, we've really slacked on getting into the PTR and testing all this stuff, right? But they've been changing a ton, right? So we've got all this. This is all Dawnbreaker stuff. We got aura card changes. I think we can quickly look through this and just see. We'll start with Priory since it's so fresh.
You know, the balancing doesn't really interest me, but like the big changes do, I guess.
Yeah. So they've changed quite a bit. They tried to make the right side more accessible. But I don't think they're going to accomplish that based on what I'm hearing from the other podcasts. This is, I think, the guy that did a ton of damage with his massive AoE stuff, and they've did 22% less additional damage. Anyways, they tried to make the right side or I guess the north side of it more accessible, but I don't think that's going to be done. They nerfed some of the mini bosses in there as well. Like, so Reflective Shield is increased in damage there, or increase in longevity, I guess is the best way to say that. Which might kill me.
That, Frank,
right? But cast times are increased and damage reduced by 33%. This is Dalcry, so Earth Shatter Spear. This is what I was talking about, Scrap, like the Area of Denial stuff. So hurls a spear with a force that destroys the ground and any damage to players in it. As far as I can tell, this doesn't go away. Maybe it does like after a really long time. But his Pierce Armor dot, which was killing a lot of tanks, has been at least reduced the time-wise, so that is a nerf.
That's the one that everybody complains about, where I don't even...
You don't know anything about it.
They decrease the damage of Savage Mauling, but increase the shield, so it's going to take longer to get them off. I think this is like a net neutral thing. And then Ember Storm, which was I think the other mini bosses thing, has been damage reduced. And what is this? Is the buff you get, right? No, that's okay. The buff, so it takes shorter time. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And then Arakara. So they changed the last boss, it sounds like, pretty significantly. Cosmic Singularity damage reduced by 60%, so you can possibly survive the big pull. The poisons now only target 3 players instead of 5, and deals 25% more damage. So more lethal, but easily removed.
I think it was pretty lethal.
Well, waves now deal 66% less initial damage, so not one-shotting you, but leave a dot, and then the cast time is increased to 2 seconds, was 1 second, so we have a little more time to like, see it coming. The faded debuff, which is what happens when you get hit by it, now lasts 20 seconds. So again, they're punishing you more despite the fact that you're not getting one shot, which I think is a good thing. And then the Venom Volley, which I think is just like the natural AoE Ioski that she does.
Let's see, reducing their movement speed, inflicting. I don't even know what that one is doing. Oh, the Venom Volley. That's
Is that what's added? No, that's
Is that not the poison?
I thought no. The cultivated poisons is what she puts out.
Oh, yeah. I guess I don't know that one. That's not one I think that is ever a thing that I notice. It might just be an AoE thing then.
Yeah. Anub Zect, his Ceaseless Swarm will actually do a lot more damage to you if you get caught in it. I don't think this applies to the actual dot that's applied to you, though. Yeah, the infestation is decreased. So the dot that he applies to you beforehand.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And now if you get caught in it, it gets hurt.
That means you can't be battle rezzed at all. Just battle res and die.
No, because it moves around. Those
That's the point.
Around.
If you get battle res in the circle and the circle's moved off and you don't take it in time.
Now the restraints, and what was where they just make increased nature damage taken. So if you got caught in Ceaseless Storm, it hurt. Now they actually deal damage while they are casting that. And then, of course, their web bolts hurt more, but they increase the cast time. Seems like they did a lot of this of increasing cast times across everything. So Gossamer Onslaught, which was, I think, the tank. No, this is slings toxic webs in all directions. Oh, this was the AoE where like a whole bunch of swirls would hand out, right? Yeah. Damage increased by 50%, so it's going to hurt even more. Wonderful. that was a pretty fucking tough boss to heal, if I remember correctly. I ask you, right?
The initial the AoE where it does, it's just like big like pulsing AoE wasn't too bad, but I think when like the webs went out, if people got hit by them, those were usually pretty brutal.
Well, guess what? They were buffed as well. 100% damage, and they started worse.
Watch your feet.
Yeah, watch your feet. Those like one shot you and what the fuck.
So Speaker Shadow Crown, which is the first boss of Dawnbreaker, and look, they did.
Dawnbreaker got a lot of shit. Are those all ad stuff?
These are all the trash, and some of them are like they made the single cast bolts do more damage, but they increase cast time of the things you want to stop, right? So like this is a little bit longer cast, this is a little bit longer cast.
One change I saw them make to this was that ball that is what under the bridge you have to dodge the ball. They made that so you can see it as it's forming. Like they put one of the new like swirly circles around it, so it's much easier to see. So that's good.
That's where the key always falls apart. Right there.
But yeah, so Speaker Shadow Crown has a new spell, activating Rift. So the Order of the Knights ritual and Beldar affix to those unprotected. I think this is just like a new version of her ultimate, is what I understand. You just have to like properly get your Radiant Light, and it doesn't matter as long as you have a Radiant Light. Whereas in the past, like you had to juggle it, but it didn't always work, so they just made it work, and it was a huge bug that people would just randomly die. So I think this is just solving that problem. But they increase cast times of things, but increase the damage done to the tanks as well, it sounds like. And Collapsing Night has a 2.5 second cast time, so it's not instantaneous like it used to be. And its speed is a little bit slower, so that's nice. But that's the dungeons we saw in season 1.
I'm looking forward to Arakara.
Scrap, did you hear about the dungeon change they did to Floodgate?
Yeah, I saw the bubbles.
Oh, you ruined it.
Wait, every time we do this, like literally, we've done Floodgate probably like 40 times. And every time we do Floodgate and we go transition from that third boss to bubbles, we just like, why'd they do that? It's so bullshit.
That's what Haywire complains about.
Yeah, but I'm even saying it too, because like me who does not think of the healer too much, even like recognizes that you're going from an extremely healing intensive boss fight to an extremely healing intensive ad. It's like, what the fuck? There's no chance to get cooldowns back. That's funny. I love what they did.
Well, did you see what else they did about Bubbles Jr.?
No, it's Bubbles Jr.
So when you get down there, where you would have seen him come out before is a little mini Bubbles called Bubbles Jr. And it's just like, I think they even have an emote where it says like you can hear him crying. No, you just hear him crying.
Well, he shouldn't have been such an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
Should have been
Bubbles.
nicer.
If they
Yeah.
ever bring it back and they want to have Bubbles in the same spot again, they should have it be Bubbles Jr. coming back for revenge.
Yeah, well, that's
Bubbles
the
Jr. should
guess
be a
is that he's gonna be a
boss.
raid boss in
That's-
sometime in the future.
Dude,
Yeah.
Shadowlands 2, Bubbles is back.
What?
Shadowlands 2.
Because Bubbles is dead, so we gotta see Bubbles in the Shadowlands.
Bubbles
Shadowlands
reunited. Bubbles Jr. reunited with his dad.
Yeah, with
it's
his
fine.
dad. Yeah.
This
fine.
week I got onto the PTR.
Speaking of Shadowlands.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
I got a chance to get onto the PTR and test the Tazavesh changes as well as Halls of
I haven't
Atonement.
tested it.
I remember Halls of Atonement. So Halls of Atonement is the one I completed because PTR sucks sometimes because if you do it with anyone who is a pug, I don't know what it is. All right. I did Halls of Atonement with one person. It was a pally healer, right? I did the first pull. Now, I had forgotten, as I'm sure they did too, that the little guardian, the gargoyle dogs, I can't remember what they're called, but anyways, they apply a bleed that stacks.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You remember those? Okay. So I didn't
barrel.
remember it. I just got in, pulled, and, you know, I pulled big because I knew we were going to do hero. But like, I was getting absolutely decimated by these bleeds. I completely forgot about them, so I wasn't doing anything to mitigate them. I didn't use my stone form. I didn't use my bubble, blah, 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 right? But also, the healer wasn't healing. Like, they were just, I guess, throwing out a couple holy shocks and trying to DPS. I don't know. Because, like, when I looked at it, they like
One
just weren't.
buttoning.
Well, yeah, maybe one buttoning, right? But they immediately go like, yeah, man, prop pallies, they suck, and they quit the group. I'm like, dude, it was a 12.
I mean, prop pallies do suck.
No,
it
was a 12.
PTR.
And no, and then what they threw me for a loop was that they said we're not going to time it. I go, what are you talking about?
They said that in the PTR.
Yes.
They maybe logged into the wrong game.
I whispered to them and
Oh
go,
my
what are
God.
you talking about timing?
Like,
What?
who
We're supposed to
are
be testing
you?
this.
Like, what the fuck?
They need it for their YouTube video
Oh
to
my
get those
God.
views, man.
Oh my God.
That's why.
insane.
I
That's
did-
so funny.
I also did a Streets of Wonder, right? And
Oh, yeah.
we got to the first boss and everything was going fine except for, you know, how the boss traps someone in a jail and you have to get them out.
Yeah.
Like people weren't moving far away enough to give anyone time to kill him, to get him out. And again, someone goes like, what the fuck, has no one ever done this? And quit the group. And it's like, oh my God, like what are we doing here?
Like, you haven't done it. Dude,
It's tough. That's
It
why
would've
I
been
only want to do
Yeah.
PTR with a full group
Yeah,
of
yeah.
people. Yeah, but it's so hard to get people to come with me. So
It's
it
not.
really there's nobody that wants to do PTR.
I literally have just told you I was on PTR doing it.
Yeah, you're the only
You
one.
want to do PTR?
Yeah, we were gonna do it tonight if
Yeah.
Scrap didn't show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Shut
that's
up.
that doesn't count.
Mojo would do it except for they deleted his character, so he got really angry about it. But anyways,
Oh my God.
yeah, apparently with the raid testing, they had to delete everyone's character and start fresh.
If I give you my password, you set up my character, I'll do it with you. But I will not set up my character. I hate doing it.
But Scrap, if you do it the
my
one
God.
time, you don't have to do it again because they save your characters.
No, that's a lie because I've done it before. Like,
Are you confusing
last
with the tournament realm?
expansion. Yes, I am. No, I've definitely done.
Yes, I am.
I've definitely done PTR. My character is like level 6.
You've never done PTR, man.
I don't know. I'm
Well,
just talking.
Either way, right?
Set up my character and I'll do
You
it.
just
with
copy your character over, and then you get the gear.
They made some good changes to Streets of Wonder as well. So they reduced the timer, which means I don't see this explicitly, but they reduced the timer to make it so that I guess the count is not as necessary either. No more stasis beams from this specialist, interrogation specialist. The rotating body armor from the Sentinel is gone, which was really kind of annoying. If you remember that one, you remember the boss, the first boss. He had that like rotating armor that you had to like dance around the whole time.
Hold on now, Frank. Doesn't Streets have like 5 freaking bosses?
4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5.
think
You're
it's
right. 5.
5.
It's 5.
With 32-minute timer, chill out. There better not be any fucking trash.
The
Like,
density of enemies have been removed. Now, the first set of trash, I know for a fact they removed probably. I'd say that they removed 2 pulls, but they definitely also lowered the density in general, so you wouldn't butt pull as much.
the first and the second boss are long.
The first boss did feel long because there was that mini boss before it as well.
The second boss is with the 3 or like the guy who comes down and then
the Grand Menagerie RP event has been reduced.
Okay.
Right, that'll help.
I feel like I'm gonna make a prediction that this is gonna be a tight timer.
Well, they'll and there's not to say that they won't buff it to like 35 minutes or something. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, 5 bosses is like.
But they also nerfed health of a lot of mobs, right? So the whole Oasis they've nerfed. They made it so that when you do the event, you only need to do 3 trades instead of 4. You'll also see them on the mini maps.
In the middle. Yeah, I forgot there's a whole RP.
You also see them on the mini map, so you don't need the weak aura anymore. And they'll only start chasing enemies when they pick up the tradable items, so they don't just come out of nowhere and you're like, oh shit, I can't pick it up now. And they also contribute to your enemy forces count, right? So you can skip more trash.
Oh, good.
Wait, can you abuse that though? Because like that trash is like really easy to kill. It probably doesn't give you a lot of.
I was just saying it doesn't spawn that quickly. I don't think abusing it would be time like a good
if you
investment.
just skip all the way to there and just farm that for percent.
You can't. I don't think you can do that.
But the postmaster, his spells are now on a more consistent schedule. I'm sure there's been a lot more visual clarity on that as well.
Postmaster bug.
The map portals only become available during the unstable goods, so they won't like start a bad timer where you're like, oh shit, that one just closed when I didn't know it's going to be closing. And then there's the money order where it like threw money at you and hurt like hell has been reduced. Nothing about the last one. So the divides only happen at 70 and 40%. I don't think they're timed anymore. I think that's what they used to be.
That's good.
Or no, maybe they were like every 25. Whatever.
I don't remember.
And more consistent schedule. So again, like things are timed better. And then Celia's Gambit, they made the hook on the time captain hooktail. So a little bit of a nerf, but also anchor shot's duration is now is reduced from 10 to 6 seconds and damage reduced.
Dude.
Why does that suck?
I hate this boss.
I love this boss.
Yeah.
Hook swipe has been removed.
Was like kind of
so now the tail swipe is gone. You don't have to worry about accidentally.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just hang out behind. It's fine.
Yeah. That's what was hard about it, is that it was very unpredictable, like how the tank was moving the boss and stuff, and sometimes they have to move it in a weird way. And
well, you have to hit the ads.
The tank had to move the boss around. Like they had to move the boss around, and sometimes kind of fast. And like it would, unless you're in comms, it would just fuck you over like completely. I've been like more than any other boss, like getting swung at with a tail is like brutal on this one.
It's my favorite thing to do.
They also give you more time on Infinite Breath as well.
Yeah, there's nothing on the last boss. The last boss is really hard in Gambit.
I don't
know.
I don't think it's that hard once you kind of grasped it.
I love it.
It's not that hard.
Best bosses ever, but like I'm seeing like kind of nerfy.
I loved the idea of jumping and you had to go like touch that bubble a couple times. Like maybe the timing of it needs to be changed, but whatever.
Maybe I just remember the healing check was kind of brutal in a lot of places with that.
You healed?
Well, remember the little mobs beforehand that had those drifting stars that would like obliterate people if they weren't paying attention? Now they have ground vision.
Hey, where let you die?
Yeah, I think Phoenix let me die. I'm trying
to that tracks.
Now, Halls of Atonement has been updated. I did like the first boss for sure has like a much clearer idea of like where you're gonna go out of bounds in his circle as well as where the beams are gonna hit you. They did change direction middle of the cast, which caught some people off guard in the PTR for me. Which I think I don't know if that was always the case, but it just felt like it never did that consistently.
They start one way and then turn the other way?
Yeah, like it'd start turning and then it change direction in the middle of the it only did it once, but it did it. Now they said they reduced tank busters, which they did technically do, but again, those vicious gargons, like if you don't focus them down quickly, they will absolutely delete your tank. This is a reason why, for example, prot warriors are having concerns because bleeds apparently are downfall.
You are a prot paladin.
You just taking shots at prot again?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because prot has if anything, I'd argue it's the exact opposite. Because with prot paladin, you can bubble them off.
Sure.
This is where prot warrior is going to be struggling, is because of the bleeds.
Nah, they're going to be fine.
Well, because you can avoid those kiting it, right? So like maybe that's why prot paladin will struggle, because you can't like kite very well.
You just Just move on. Just move on.
Well, I'm just trying to support Lithium's premise. That,
but they added indicators for the statues, so you now know, well, I'd say clearly where they're going to go.
You're going to get some trouble, Scrap.
And then the Echelon's Curse of Stone. Now, okay, so from what I remember, he'd put it on one person, or no, he put it on all 5 people. You'd slowly slow down and get frozen, right? I know that as a mage, it was a curse, so I could remove the curse, and I would be able to like move around freely, right? I did this fight. I don't remember this even applying, but maybe it's just because it's only one person, and they just like stopped and I didn't give a shit. But it was also still equally as hard to still kind of group up all the imps so that when he jumped, he'd destroy them all. So that's going to be interesting to see everyone struggle with that for like Ioski, who hasn't played Shadowlands, right?
Yep. No, I don't know anything about either of these 2 dungeons, so I'm excited.
Simple dungeon. I feel like the bosses are pretty simple. I feel like Tazavesh is like next level awesome. Like the bosses are.
Let's get on the PTR tomorrow, Ioski, and we'll try them all out.
Yeah. Dude, I love Tazzy, man. Yeah, Tazzy's great.
I remember the first time I saw the last boss of Gambit, and I was like, oh, like the stars, like the way the screen gets dark,
awesome.
And the stars start flashing. It's like one of the coolest bosses. That could have been a raid boss, like if it had 3 times as much health. Like it's got like 3 phases. It's insanely sick looking. Like it's one of the best bosses ever in any dungeon ever. Tazavesh is fucking awesome. Halls of Atonement, I feel like it's a good dungeon, but all the bosses are pretty. I don't want to say like milk toast, but like there's nothing new in that one. They're all kind of mechanics that we've seen before. I mean, like
they still have the third boss where you just have to trap the ghosts in the thing. That was like such a boring boss.
Yeah, no, they're all kind of mechanics.
I wish they reworked that one
done before. Whereas I feel like Tazavesh had a lot of super unique like mechanics. And every boss, like think of even in Gambit, only 3 bosses. Like you had the console thing, which was like never in a Mythic Plus before. Like that you had to use other people to figure out what symbol you had. I don't know. Did they take that out?
No, so it'll be in there, but everyone can see the console once you click it.
Okay. It used to be like only one person help you, so that was a completely unique thing.
And it'll be like that in hard mode though. It'll still be like that on hard mode.
Okay, cool. Hooktail was like super unique from like it was like such a hard tank check because like moving the boss was like the entire fight. Like moving the boss correctly like would make or break that fight, which is like kind of like
killing Scrap with the tail is
yeah, it was brutal. I felt stressed that whole time. And then the last boss is just fucking amazing, and it's Tazavesh. I'm so excited for Tazavesh. It's so awesome. Both
Scrap, are you excited about Tazavesh?
I fucking love Tazavesh. So yes.
How good do you feel about this season as a whole? You think it could be the best?
The dungeon lineup's really good. Now, I think dungeon. Wait, okay, hold on. There's Halls of Atonement, 2 Tazaveshes, 4 dungeons. What's the
Floodgate, Dawnbreaker, Arakara, and Priory.
Oh, the new one.
And Ecodome. Ecodome, yeah.
Is it good? Have you played it?
We all played it.
It's decent.
That's gonna make or break it. I'm calling it now.
The bosses are fun in that one, at least.
Yeah,
they're different.
So there's a lot of dungeons looking forward to. Like I love all 3 of these. Halls of Atonement is good. I love Dawnbreaker, Arakara. I'm a little sick of Priory, I'm not gonna lie. Floodgate is an amazing dungeon. I'm a little sick of it also, but they're great dungeons. So
yeah, they're good.
I love Floodgate. I think it's one of the best. And then Priory is still fun because it's just like a good. Like as a healer, it's challenging. As a tank, it's fun to route, and as a DPS, it's fun to blast. You know.
Yep.
Definitely one of the best seasons, but I think Tazavesh is carrying most of the weight.
Okay. Yep. All right, let's keep moving along. All right, speaking of Mythic Plus, we have a little bit more ideas of how this is working. I did want to kind of revisit it though, because there's a couple questions that we don't have answered yet, at least not that I've seen. So, for example, if I want, let's say I'm a DPS and I'm in a group that's like, this is a donkey shit show, and I want to leave, I do the /abandon vote, and I don't get the votes I need. Do you think Blizzard needs to have an answer for the people who start trolling inside? Like, okay, so you don't let me have my vote. I'm not getting my way. I start, revolting, and I just start, like, if I'm the tank, I'm not pulling, or if I'm the DPS, I'm not helping anymore. Do you think that there should be additional action taken for those type of people that are like,
someone will
squatters, we'll call them?
Well, okay. So, how many situations are going to be in where you get trolled to that point? It's not going to happen over and over again.
If they vote to abandon and he doesn't get the vote and he's the tank, what's going to stop him from doing that? From trolling
Scrap,
the key.
you said that these are the people that like they wouldn't do that, but these are the people that like have no regard for anyone else, that they just literally make the big donkey pull and then leave one when they don't do it perfectly.
The vengeance demon hunter that jumps out.
Wait, what's the trolling situation like? Okay, the demon hunter.
So think of Necrotic Wake. We'll go to Necrotic Wake because that's where we saw it all the time, right?
I know. I'm visualizing that.
The DK or the demon hunter do the very, very big first pull, right?
Yeah.
And it's not even like a huge disaster. Let's just say it's like not perfect, right?
Yeah.
But and they go, fuck this, I want out, /abandon. And we all go, no, dog, that was perfectly, like, we got plenty of time, blah, blah. It's a 10, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I didn't get my way, I'm not pulling anymore. He just squats. He just /sits and.
Well, what stops everybody else from just /abandoning?
Well, that's the point. He wants them to do that.
Yeah, he forces the abandon by being an asshole.
Yeah. And it could happen with a healer, right? It could happen with the DPS even, right? Yeah. Because without, what is effectively a 33% reduction in damage, you might not be timing it anymore.
Well, 33 for some people.
I'm guessing somebody like that's not very patient. I would sit on my key for an hour if I had to. Like if I'm gonna trap him in that key with me for an hour, I'll do it.
So that's your answer is to just play his game of chicken.
I don't think that's a systematic solution though. Like if this ends up being a systematic problem, I don't think that's a good solution. I think we're gonna have to see how this plays out. Like,
do you think
have to see some Darwinism and see how people are using this? I honestly think I might be using this as a joke. Like I can see myself like we're doing a key and somebody dies and me typing /abandon and everybody goes like LOL. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
kind of funny. So, but there's all kinds of things that could happen from this.
If you type it and everyone like types it, but then no one leaves, can you still finish the key or does it stop the timer?
I think it kicks you out. Like if the vote goes yes, it like moves you to the front of the dungeon.
Okay, because I've had situations in League where people will like jokingly FF at the end and everyone will be like, haha, let's all do it, hoping the game will end before, but then it doesn't.
That's kind of what I'm picturing is that like something goes very slightly wrong, like not key, like, and as a joke, sometimes you say like GG as a joke when like one person dies. Like,
oh my god, that's not a joke. You say GG, somebody's leaving.
In League, and I know that did this in like old Dota. If you hit the FF, it would like take that as a command. Whereas this is /abandon. Like, you're like, I keep thinking of that video on YouTube or whatever, where the guy's like pretending to kill himself with a big smile. And he's like, yeah, throw myself out the window. Like, yeah. Is that like effectively what you're saying people are going to be doing is like /abandon.
I'm saying that's what I'm going to be doing because I think it's funny. But I don't know. But I'm just saying, like the way I'm thinking, like, ooh, I'm going to use this for humor. There's probably all kinds of weird ways people are going to use this that we can't even fathom yet. We need to see this in the wild, and then we can discuss.
It's in the PTR.
Right? Well, what do you think then, Mr. PTR?
He hasn't gone on it.
Oh, he hasn't gone on it. Okay, well, I don't think PTR people are a good sample. Like,
no,
PTR
they're not.
People are
as we've already established.
Like, when you're establishing somebody was upset about timing the key in the PTR, that is like not a normal person.
He didn't. The healer that left didn't even /abandon. He just goes, "Yeah, prop pallies aren't it." And it's like, dog, you aren't it. Like
those are not the average people you're gonna be pugging with.
Time to dog on prop pallies.
Yeah, no, we gotta see this in the wild, and then we can talk about it because I'm interested. I think this is like an interesting new.
Do you think you'll have to /abandon your own friend keys?
I'm gonna do that to you guys.
You might, because you might want to, because I know like when we were doing it on PTR, one time someone left before the key was done or something. I don't remember exactly what happened, but it did say like it's now safe to leave the dungeon. So. Yep. There might be some weird like loophole thing where you accidentally get looped in as a lever. So
it's not accidental because like the game won't be able to tell you built it through the LFR or look at LFG system versus not.
It's not. If I'm rolling with my crew and we get the deserter badge, it doesn't matter because we're not queuing. So
no, but you might queue right after that. How many times have
what happens?
Scrap, how many times have you left a group with us
Are you
and
gonna
then
use
immediately
this as,
gone
like,
into
embarrassing?
I'm gonna go try to get my IO up while you guys all
Frank, are you gonna try to stop me? Like, when you're about to go to bed, and so you make me get the deserter badge before you go to bed,
Yeah,
so I
dude,
can't
100%.
keys?
Yeah.
shit. This is
Shit.
great.
I
Great
better
system.
I gotta have /abandon on like hotkey so I don't get fucked out of my into a deserter badge.
Again, you're just that guy in the meme, like, I'm gonna drink poison.
I think I'm gonna use it like that. I think it's funny. It's almost like a no balls you won't. Like we're all in a key together and like /abandon, and then like everybody does it like as a joke, and it's like, haha, we're jokingly have to run this again. You know.
It's
Like,
also this is also coming from the woman who had the world first 3-hour plague fall, right?
Yeah, you were in that, you fucking idiot. No, it was a Neltharian's lair. It was the world first 3-hour 16 Neltharian's lair.
All right. Well,
and that we had a good time.
I think we're in prime position to have a really good Mythic Plus season.
Yes.
And Lithian, have you decided what you're going to main for your Mythic Plus runs?
Oh my god, don't talk about this. You guys talk about this every day.
I want
no. He talks about it every day. In fairness,
I posted something in our chat, and it gave me a couple to try out, but I don't know.
And by the way, you posted what? Was it your AI bot that you've built to pick for you?
Yeah,
post it while we're recording the podcast, like so. That's how
I was chatting to Haywire.
Yeah, so
he's my friend. It's fine.
And tomorrow we will have this
He's my pal.
conversation again. Frank and Lithian have been going back and forth about what they're gonna play for the past like 2 weeks.
What am I gonna play? What should I play, Scrap? What do you think?
What are the options?
All of them above.
Choose one.
No, DPS or what?
DPS.
What
you decided you're going to raid on your warrior, right?
Shadow Priest.
Yeah.
Oh, Arms Warrior, Fury Warrior.
Actually, Shadow Priest wouldn't be a bad idea, Lithian, if
well, we need a range. We need a range.
No, we don't. No, we don't. The meta says
we
it's
do
all
need a
melee.
range.
We don't,
no,
dude. Somebody's gonna bring a melee or a monk, and we're gonna have this buff. Frank, you're playing your monk, right?
No, I thought about it more, and I wasn't planning on doing my Brewmaster.
Like,
I was going to do pilot, but I would consider it if we did an all melee group.
Frank,
we need a range. We need a range.
Listen. The juice here. We have the monk buff, the warrior buff.
Hold up.
And the shaman.
No. Haywire's gonna play Resto. Haywire's gonna play Resto, and he's gonna hate it.
Resto shaman.
Yeah, because he'll be the only range. He won't have. He'll have to do all the range mechanics.
Perfect.
So best way to do that would be for Scrap to play her warrior, Lithian to play his feral, Shawnee to play his rogue, and then Haywire to play. Haywire can still play his shaman.
Yeah. No, I like to change it up. I like to change it. I haven't done warrior, so I could do tank. I could do tank warrior and arms warrior.
No. Listen, you're gonna love Fury. Fury, you're like on autopilot. It's basically one button before one button.
Yeah, but Fury's so bad. It's so bad.
It's fun. And you can be good at it even if it's bad. Like you just got to be clean.
We do need a range though. That's the issue. We need a range.
So a range DPS for Lithian. You're gonna play Balanced Druid, buddy.
Ugh.
Suck it up.
I want to do that.
Balanced Druid Lith.
Are you guys at all worried about going into we'll call it 4 weeks because the raid tier doesn't start until the 12th. That tuning looks to be that the meta is gonna essentially repeat itself.
Meta affects me in no way, shape, or form, so I don't care. I'm not up there.
Well, I would hate to see Vengeance Demon Hunter again.
It sounds like it's going to be.
I know, but
tuning isn't a problem. It's like their toolkit.
Yeah, because I like to see the tanks change up. I hope it's not Disc Priest for healer because.
Oh my god, I hate Disc Priests.
Yeah, there are a lot of bad ones out there.
Plague upon
and then
pugs.
I just want the DPS to be balanced, balanced enough to where you could have several different comps be really good and it be competitive at the higher levels. Just something for us to watch,
Yeah, but I mean, the higher levels, like a MDI style event, I don't think it's ever going to be a point where you'll see a lot, like even a fair amount. they had the physical comp group, right? But they played very well, and honestly, they played very well considering. I think they're the type of players who don't play with a lot of add-ons and like they don't get in Discord together. They just chat in little
they
text.
just go. Fine.
But they also weren't at a point where they were going to be taken, I think, seriously if they didn't finish like top 3, you know. And they make it work for themselves, of course, and they'll get titles. So that is, in fairness, like all that you really need.
That's great.
But then the same argument I always make is like, in order to get title, it's not because, you know, you're not Arcane Mage, you're not Balance Druid. It's just because everyone else is playing that, because it's the easiest path to getting title.
Like, did you see that? You see that post where I put 3 different comps that are going to be meta?
Yeah.
I would love to have three meta comps that work, that just work.
That would be great, but I just think that defeats the purpose of meta, you know?
It would be nice to spread it out a little bit, make it at least close the gap a little bit, because like Vengeance DH, golly, there's like 1 million of them. It sucks, and you just get overloaded, and then you get all the people who play it just because it's good but aren't really good at it. It's
like,
I don't know.
Like, at what point? Here, let's do it this way. How do I set it by like certain key numbers?
At the all dungeons.
Oh, here we go. Right here.
Yeah, right there.
Let's do 15 and up. I know that's not a good representation, but you know, title seems to be at 3,700. So let's let's go. Oops, shit. Sorry. Let's go like all the way down to.
All the way.
Keep
going.
So I mean, we're still in the top 1,000 keys, which these people have all done 21s. Like they're almost certainly, these are all people certainly going to get.
This is what I'm talking about, difficulty inflation. Like, what the fuck?
No, the 21s have been done before, Scrap.
22s though?
Yeah.
I did a 25, so.
Well, it's tough because these are like all the
Not
same
this
people just
season,
doing
you
the same
haven't.
one, right?
I'm just saying he said 21s have been done before. I was like, bitch, I've done a 21 in Shadowlands.
Okay, well, we'll just look at this, right? So this is 15s and up spec popularity, which in fairness doesn't represent you know, their meta
Survival
status.
literally the lowest.
Yeah,
no,
so
August. Sorry, August.
No, I think survival is okay, 492 over 670.
Dude, I'm on tier, brother.
Now again, these are 15, so this isn't technically title level. I can't make the filter go down that low or whatever.
So slumming it where we're at. Like, let's have a look.
I think it's because I saw some, like, for example, I saw some Brewmasters and Mistweavers, and Brewmaster's actually the worst of the 3 monks, right? But like, you know, you talk, I think the whole idea of like 3 metas, it's just not like, that's not how it works, because the idea behind the meta is, you know, everyone just funnels into it. Now, that isn't to say that you can't find a group like this where you have an Enhancement Shaman, a Windwalker, a Feral Druid, a Prot Warrior, still Disc Priest, but whatever, you know, doing 20s. Like, yeah, of course, but the reason why is the people who are going to play in this space are just going to say, well, fuck it. If Vengeance is the best, I'm going to go to Vengeance. And if, you know, Disc is the best, I'm going to go to Disc. Here's where you'll see the most variety, and even then, they'll just be like, well, I mean, Arcane's the best, so I'll just go to that. Why not? Or I'll, you know, I'm really good at Balance, so why not that? And I just think
just that chunk right there where it's all Mage Druid, like
yeah,
that.
That's just the case.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
but
meta is shocking.
That's just like also to prove though, like this is the player, it's not the balance, because they want the path of least resistance. And you could argue, for example, that you can't do 22s without a Disc Priest, but that's not true. Like Ellesmere's proven that. These Resto Druids are doing it. There's a Shaman here that's doing a 22. The only one I don't see is maybe Disc Priest or Mistweaver. And I'd argue Megaset, you know, is probably capable of doing it. Maybe she's just missing a couple of things to do it herself. But it doesn't matter. You know, look, there's Brew Monks right there, and they're doing 21s. So like,
it's possible.
I think this is the Fizz comp. But like my point is that to your kind of wish, I think it'd be great, and I think that you could, in fairness, see an MDI where you'd have every group playing their favorite class or their best class, but the people that go for this kind of gameplay don't care about that. They care about, How do we form that perfect group? And Arcane, for example, was, I think, in a pretty healthy spot coming into the season. We did get some really good buffs. Maybe it's because of raid performance we got those buffs. And then they just out of nowhere became meta. And it's not to say that Arcane Mage couldn't have done it before the buffs. They just got that little highlight of them that made them slide past Fire and Frost, or slide past, Hunter, Marksman Hunters as an example. Just to take that spot and say, cool, now we're the meta, and everyone else could get by with playing let's say Elemental and Marksmanship, but they don't, because they're chasing this. They're just chasing the path.
Yeah. But I will say, this is where, go on, Lithian.
I'm gonna play the meta range DPS. That's what I'm gonna play. Whichever one of those. If it's Balanced Druid, I'll play Balanced Druid. It won't be Balanced Druid though. They're gonna get nerfed.
Yeah.
100%.
But I feel like if you're pugging at the 14, 15 level, then everything at that top list, I've crushed in DPS in a pug setting before. If you're pugging, this is not for you to look at.
Here's
not helpful.
20s and up. Okay, so this is definitely
this is the meta here. This is what we wanted to look at.
That's the meta comp.
That's the meta
comp, but it's only making up 68% of the
that freaking bar, Frank. What do you mean?
That's pretty that's a lot.
Well, I mean, my point is this.
What's the point?
Every other, so there's a brew, a prop paladin, or prop warrior, a guardian druid, right? They are able to play in this space too. The reason why they're not meta is because, okay, let's look at what success rate is. So 84% success rate on this combo, which actually, in fairness, it's not very diverse combo. Just got a Resto Shaman. Let's see, look at the druid. All right, so 53% success rate in this group. The Guardian Druid, Mistweaver, Mark, Outlaw, and Arms. Okay?
Warrior.
This is a very strange comp. All right, 53% versus the 86% success rate. So the argument is that they're having higher success because they have the meta, but the truth is they also have the higher success because the meta is formed around this many players, and I don't think that I think that if it were just people wanting to play these classes because they were more fun, just as an example, you would see the success rate go right up, and we would be influencing the meta. And so I think the players are influencing the meta more than the balancing is if that would be my thesis, I guess.
Frank, let me tell you something. I've definitely started liking graphs more since we started doing the podcast. I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's so interesting.
Is it the colors? Is that what you like?
The colors, the bars. I'm really visualizing it, when he's this whole thing.
Yeah.
See, this is last season, right? And so
the
Og isn't here. But Frost and
coming
Balance,
back.
Enhancement and Elemental, Ret
Og's
is in
coming
there.
back.
No more Og.
Now, in
Why
fairness,
why is there a group of 4 people?
Well, they did it 15 times.
Hell yeah, dudes. That's awesome.
Show offs.
Wait, is it maybe with 2 Ogs or something, or 2 Ret Pallies?
Well, that's actually a good point.
No.
Maybe it is. No, maybe 2 enhancements.
Yeah, or sorry, I can't tell. It's too small for me to see. But that's probably just a doubling up of a class. Not that there's 4 of them.
Can we
Looks
look
like
at
there's 4 of them.
No.
It looks like that.
I can't look at the sample. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Pull up that guy. We want to see that team.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't pull up the.
Can't. Okay, useless.
He can't scrap.
All right, let's keep moving. All right.
Oh, what am I playing?
Oh yeah, we haven't answered that.
What are you playing? I said.
By the way, I want to be clear. No matter what you tell him, it doesn't matter. He's still not going to listen.
He's not gonna. He's gonna go back to his warlock.
Like pet classes. I'm not doing that.
Oh, you can do the non-pet one, like the throwing comets one, destruction.
No.
Okay, great. Well, why are you even asking for an opinion if you're not gonna take it?
I thought you had a good one.
Frank.
Yeah, go to season 2 one.
Yeah, go to season 2 one.
One thing you'll notice too about a lot of these is it's all classes that can be night elves, except for the paladin stuff.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Ew.
Good point.
Well, yeah, but now Shadow Meld doesn't mean anything next season.
Can night elves be mages? I guess they can. Everyone can be mages.
No, they can't. No, night elves can't be mages.
Are you asserting that you know that for certain?
Yes.
Can
night elves be mages? Yes, they can.
Yeah.
Shit, damn it. I wasn't baiting, but I was like,
this is quintessential scrap.
back in my day.
Anyways, yeah, I mean that's actually a really good point, Ask, because that shadow meld is a huge big deal.
A lot of
season won't matter.
Paladins can't. Night elves can't be paladins.
No,
next
paladins
season,
cannot be night elves, so.
you just get a potion and it's fine.
But they can easily death skip those scrap. Anyways, again, I'm not to say that there isn't like a clear cut, but my argument is that you can do it. You can be a top 0.1% in any class. It's just, is it the path of least resistance? No, and for me, that's not the gameplay loop I give a shit about anyways. So
yeah.
And I hope balance gets nerfed.
Lithian, you tell us what class you're playing right now. Set it into stone.
We'll get we'll get into meta more in a little bit. But Lithian, you keep.
No, I want to know. Pick now.
We got to make our what I'm maining this season videos.
Yeah, you gotta wait till that segment comes out, Scrap.
I'm gonna make you guys make a meta list, a meta tier, or a meta group in just a second.
Okay,
it's coming, Scrap.
Dibs Frosty K.
Frosty K is really good right now.
I'm on my Frosty K journey.
Can I? And while we're on this subject of meta, here I'm gonna bring this up. This is actually hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom out. No, you know what? I know how to do this. I'm gonna open it in a new.
Great.
There we go.
I am gonna try Prout Warrior for the first time though.
So this is the class comps for all the world first kills, by the way, and I'm not even sure. Like, you know, there are some variations to other guilds that were going for world first, but I did want to talk one more time about the idea that like DKs aren't going to be brought because they don't have a raid buff. I really just don't know if that's a problem that anyone.
They did Hunter on Sarkareth. What the fuck?
They did what?
No Hunter on Sark.
Yeah, actually, I think Hunter is okay. So average, the lowest
Hunter's
average has
terrible?
been Shaman. Shamans are the one who usually get shafted. Although
no Shaman on
Hunters, Rogues there are 3 tiers where they didn't get taken. Hunters with 2, Warlocks were 2.
Well, hold on now. I see a lot of tiers where Evoker wasn't taken.
Good point. Good point.
Hey,
I'm actually curious to see if that will be the case for them this tier because Og is now dead in the water, but I guess Prez is looking pretty good.
You don't take an Og to raid anyway, right? Like that's kind of
the world first did when they were able to do the
Og?
Yeah, they took 2 usually.
Wild. I didn't know that you could.
Yeah, you can see they took 2 Prez back in the day because Razgeth required it, I think because of the rescue. And then they brought 2. Don't get me wrong, I hear Devastation is pretty good sometimes, but whatever. I'm not too worried about it. But point is, right? Death Knights have missed 2 tiers, Jaina and Kill Jaden. But there were some tiers where they were like Denathrius, like that. The whole raid was great to have some grabby hands. I don't know, man. I'm like this whole raid buff argument. I just feel like there are a group of people certainly who have this problem because they want a mythic raid at the highest level. They're Death Knight. They love Death Knights, and they're not getting in. I know it's a problem for some, but it's like just the normal and heroic raids. If you're not getting into raids because you're a Death Knight, I just don't know if that's really a problem you're facing because of the buff, I should say. You are facing that problem. I'm not going to take that away from you, but I'm just saying like it's not because of the raid buff situation. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Warlocks.
If you're a DK and you can't get into a raid, come to our raid. We don't give a fuck.
Well, they are saying what AMZ is supposed to be really good in raid next year.
Yes. Which Warlock is a good example of someone who gets invited despite not having a raid. Like, how many times Scrap will you tell me that I need to invite a Warlock for the summon?
I want the Soul Stone.
The Soul Stone and the lock candy.
I mean the Health Stone.
Yeah, the Health Stone.
Gate not so much. I don't know.
No gate. I don't need your gate.
There was one or 2 fights where I'd be like, oh yeah, that'd be really nice to have, but
Hellstone's everything.
Yeah. Anyways, just wanted to put a bow on that.
Okay. Is that why I should bring Impa?
Yeah,
for the Healthstone?
Let's bring the Warlock.
No, we already have a Warlock. Player housing.
We have one. It's fine.
We are getting a reveal of Midnight in just over a month, but we did get a new update to neighborhoods. I assume I asked Lithium, have you read this?
No,
I have not read it, but I've watched a couple videos and seen some of the pictures.
And of course, Scrap, you have been useless.
I don't know this.
Okay.
I learn all my WoW news here.
So I'm gonna try to. I don't want to read the whole thing just because we are running. Oh yeah, we are running late. But they've been given the two zones have been given name: Founders Point for the Alliance and Razorwind Shores for the Horde. All right, 50 plots of the same size house, which will vary in a cluster of houses, like by the town square, we'll call it. Cul-de-sacs is a term they use, where you have 2 to 3 houses, small group of friends, and then they'll have like hermit housings where you're like out in the middle of nowhere. So an example is like, I don't think this was an example, but like, you've got this one house that's like
a
on the
nice
cliff
house.
edge,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
They will have.
I remember Technique pointing at a picture of the concept art map, and there was like one that was like in a dark cave, and he was like, "I want to live there."
So for the Alliance one, they'll have like an Elwyn Forest, a Duskwood, and I think it's more of like a Stranglethorn Vale type kind of feel.
Ooh.
And then Ashvale, I think that's supposed to be the Barrens. And
Am I gonna have to switch to Horde?
No, I thought we were doing Alliance neighborhood.
Oh, I hope so. That's actually something I want to talk about there.
We're gonna have to vote.
Well, so okay, so this is something that Taliesin brought up in his video. Like, if you're an undead player, is this really the vibe you want for your house?
Yeah, you want the Duskwood.
Yeah, you want this one, right?
Like, yeah.
Now the good news is I think you can buy it on your Alliance player and then just play it on your other tune. I think that's if I remember correctly. There will be 3 types of neighborhoods: one that's a public, one that's a community. I think they called it like something charter. What do they call it? Charter neighborhoods. Charter neighborhoods. And then there'll be a guild neighborhood. The charter and the publics will always have 50 houses, no more. And in order for a charter neighborhood to survive, you need to have a certain amount of people play it because it takes up server space. You can move with the ability to say you regret moving and take your old plot back in a certain amount of time. And there will be like public housing will just kind of populate as you can. I think you can see it in the list, and you just select I want this neighborhood, whatever. However, there are still questions about the idea that like if I want this hermit house and I go to a public neighborhood,
has that plot.
Well, and then, like every neighborhood I look at has this, like, how do I get this if I want it, kind of thing. Because obviously you shouldn't have your own neighborhood just for that one house that no one else joins. Guild neighborhoods, though, however, will be, I say infinitely scaling. It will scale with your guild so that you don't have to leave people out of the 50 plot, land. So that's very nice. It sounds like they're just like stacking instances within each other so that like you can have as many houses as you need for your guild. What that looks like for example, is it just like copy and paste of the same thing and it just like endlessly expands and you just have one mega zone? I don't know. That's still to be seen. So all this is good. You can decorate your outside of the house. They haven't really gotten more into that, but I'm assuming there'll be a blue post coming on that soon. But yeah, like so far, I think it's pretty hype. And then they announced the idea of endeavors. So what'll happen is that there'll be a town square. Now they haven't announced whether it'll be like a town hall, which I think is kind of an important feature, especially if you're a guild. But hopefully we'll have like a big area where we can congregate inside a building. But what'll happen is once a month, it'll either for the public neighborhoods populate an endeavor on its own. Maybe due to like a theme, like, this week is Halloween, so maybe it's spooky themed or whatever. But in the guild and charter neighborhoods, you can choose your endeavor. It doesn't necessarily say all of them will be available all at the same time, but like you might have a choice of 3 in a given month to choose from. And in that endeavor will be a renown track. Okay. And you work as a team to build the renown. So you do not only, single player content, but you can do Mythic Plus, you can do raids to build your endeavor.
We really are gonna need an HOA for this to organize.
I know, right?
But what'll happen with the endeavor is it will like make the town square themed. So you can see here a Val'Sharah endeavor where like the tree pops up out of nowhere. NPCs will come as a result of this. The more endeavor, the more renown you have, or whatever it's called, the favor, I think is what it's called. The more favor you have, the more you'll see. And the more you'll unlock, right? So you'll get all these cool like seats and lights and tables and a decor limit. So decor does seem to have like at least at the start, a lower amount to make sure you can't just like build the mega house you want right away. But what's nice about this is, let's say, for example, we select the Val'Sharah Endeavor and then there's like a Brewfest Endeavor in another neighborhood. You can still go visit that neighborhood and like get the not rewards, but you can buy the things that the vendors are selling there, despite not having that endeavor in your neighborhood, which is nice. So you don't have to feel like you're missing out on anything.
It's like Animal Crossing, you go to someone else's island.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I think this is gonna be good. It does sound like there's gonna be more lived-in feel to NPCs coming based on the endeavors and whatnot. Anything that I asked you said you watched videos. Anything I'm forgetting that I haven't talked about?
No, I think you pretty much covered it.
Cool. It does say that the neighborhoods will scale based on how many people are in it. So if you have like a 10-person neighborhood, it will scale what you have to do to get your favor up, blah, 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 which is nice.
How are you going to figure out who's going to get what plot of land?
So there's a find a house button right here.
Yeah.
Right.
What if I'm like, I really want this plot of land? Lithian's like, I want that plot of land.
So
I take it. You can't have it.
There's a huge permissions like system in this, right?
Yeah.
Where you can make it so that people can't enter your yard and people can't enter your house, and you can make it
get off my lawn.
and you can make it instantaneous. Like the example they gave was you could have a book club in the afternoon and then a party at at night to be limited on who comes in, right?
Oh, I love that. This is like The Sims, but like better than The Sims.
You've got summoning stones. Now this might be decoration or might have functionality to bring people to your home very quickly.
I can summon you to my house. I love. I'm obsessed with this.
Like for example, blood elves have been really concerned. This isn't kind of my aesthetic, but you can see back here there's a blood elf tower, so maybe there's something going on, right? Yeah, there's a lot to be seen.
Digging the alliance houses more because it's just like a house, and if
it's like
really there is a Stranglethorn Vale kind of area, I will lose my fucking mind because I love Stranglethorn Vale. Although that area up there didn't really look too Stranglethorny to me.
Well, yeah, I was like, I'll call it a reach to say it was, I just thought of this kind of cliffy area, but
kind of like Stone Talon, not Stone Talon. Oh, what's that mountain there? Red Ridge Mountain, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's more Red Ridgey.
Yeah.
But I continue to be impressed with how I feel like they're knocking it out of the park. We have a whole bunch of data mined, stuff coming in the game that are, your wonderful drums that you always love.
Yeah,
a little canoe, right?
Cute.
So you can hang a canoe from your roof and say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to use that this weekend and never take it down."
Turn my bed into a canoe bed.
I really hope there's some sort of signpost system where you could like leave signs that have custom messages on it. That's a wish list item for me. But yeah, we're starting to see this stuff come into the game, and I would say we're probably under 6 months, if I'd even say maybe 4 months from seeing this in our hands to test.
We'll see.
The 11.2.5 PTR has been put on the internal servers, which means that we'll probably see that on PTR, if not immediately after launch, soon after. I don't think this will be a part of that PTR, but maybe the 2.7 PTR, maybe. But yeah, I think again they continue to impress and they continue to make this favor gameplay sounds good because it rewards you for playing the way you want to play. But you guys come together and say, hey, we really need to start pushing this, kind of like a trading post.
Like that we have to do together.
Yeah.
It's fun. Shawnee's gonna love running our HOA, I think.
Yeah.
And trying to get us to do these events.
I think it'll be really nice because even if we had just had 50 people, I think we'd have even more.
We don't even have 50 people who frequent, here.
Well,
I feel like.
Maybe not frequent all season, but they frequent 35. Definitely within the. Yeah. But like, look, you get a little house number and lane name, right?
Address, dude.
Yeah, exactly. You get an address.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this.
This is what, like, honestly, this is better than Animal Crossing.
It's like so much better than I ever imagined it was gonna be. Or at least I hope it is based on all this stuff. But I can't imagine, like, even if they launched it with like just this, like.
I'm curious to know why they haven't told us what we can do with the outside of the house yet, and I'm only imagining it's because they've got something really good that, like, like a dueling arena or something that you can build.
Maybe. That also might be stuff that comes later. Like maybe this first patch we do houses, and then the second patch we do like you know, because they said
Well,
they
no,
want
they're
the
gonna let.
Super
They're definitely
Secret
gonna let you
expansion.
decorate the outside right away. It's just a question of like,
Yeah.
you know.
But it's like maybe next season we can make like a town hall, and then you know, the season after that we can make a library. Or
Yeah,
something.
maybe that makes sense. Yeah. Although scrap, it sounds like the library can be done in your own house. So the the thing I want to know about is I think you can only buy one house per account on right, which would be
what I'm planning on doing is having a house that like my characters all have a room in, like this room for this character in that room. So.
But it would be nice though if like you were the guild leader that you could maybe take a plot or two to like designate as this is the library and everyone can go in it kind of thing. That'd be nice, but it doesn't sound like that's going to be the case. Maybe, you know, again, it doesn't sound like a hard thing to change.
Hold on. One house per account, I get that's for like server space, but that kind of sucks for people like IO who like are in two people's beds. You know, like he's hanging with his guild and then hanging with us.
I think you can buy one per faction, so you can have one in this and one in the other.
Okay, cool.
So you better hope that his guild is
2 MDL ones, like a horde one and a alliance one.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
I'm having like 6. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
6 accounts.
I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I've said enough about the housing. Anything else you guys feel you're excited about or questions that you don't have answered yet?
Nope.
Oh, poetic.
Every time they come out with something with housing, I'm like, it's not something I expected. So that's exciting. Like, there's not something where like they better have this or it's gonna suck. Like, they just keep putting cool stuff out.
It is cool now. I do hope over time, not obviously right away, but over time, I hope they add new locales and new stuff just so, you know, if you do have a specific kind of fantasy you're looking for, you can make it how you want it and not just have to kind of fit with what they give you.
The only thing I'm worried about with that, and I think they'd be worried about too, is that if they make too many locations, like Grizzly Hills is something that people might want, or for me, Howling Ford, that they'd start fragmenting neighborhoods too much, and they'd be only like 3 or 4 people neighborhoods.
I feel like it's gonna cause a fight. Also, it's like, oh, they added Howling Ford. Frank's like, we're moving the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
There. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like I'm already like I'm a little bit worried that people are gonna be split on the Horde Alliance thing. Like they're
we are gonna face that problem because like I think we're sitting here talking about lines. I thought you said we were gonna go Horde, and I was upset about that. You know.
Well, it's when Technique was here, we were talking Horde. Well, also, I think the concept art for the Horde one looked fucking awesome. Like it had the beach and stuff. But these look good. I'm good. Either way, I'll be happy. I think. Like especially if there's like a Stranglethorn Veil one. Yeah.
Yeah, I switched to Horde.
Switch to Horde.
You switched to Horde now?
Yeah.
No, I haven't yet, but I will.
I want to be where everybody's at. Like and I'll be whatever that is.
Well, who all plays Alliance here?
Me.
I think it's just Frank and I.
Alliance character.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
Doesn't count.
Sure.
I mean, you used to have this warrior that I knew.
Yeah, like my namesake is an Alliance character.
All right, let's start wrapping things up. I want to talk real quick about the new website Lithium built for us. MythicDungeonLeague.com has been updated. Look at all these pretty faces right here, huh?
Yeah, it needs work still.
Yeah, it's still work to be done. But I wanted to encourage it because you can get to our Discord from here. Although I don't know where, Lithium. Do you have a Discord link?
Yeah, the Discord button.
Oh, no, that's Twitch.
That's Twitch. Click.
That's just a circle. Oh, that's the Discord one.
Yeah,
okay,
that's a Discord.
The one that looks like a CD. That's Discord.
That's what it is.
That's the Discord button.
That's the Discord button.
But what? That doesn't. Okay. Anyways,
on my computer, that's what my Discord button looks like.
No, Discord looks like a little game controller face thing.
Make it bigger, Lithium. I can't see it. I'm too old.
If you give me icons and artwork, I can use that because I don't have the ability to create art.
What's this music?
That's
click that on. Is that your
Spotify playlist?
Yeah, click on it.
That's for
it's opening Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh, the podcast. Okay.
You know we have the podcast on Spotify, right?
Yeah, but I didn't expect. Okay, anyways.
I was kind of hoping. I'm gonna start adding random songs.
YouTube has its own icon, and this has its own. Like the Apple Podcasts makes sense, but like Spotify, let's get the Spotify. It's okay. I'll get you the logos. Okay.
Just give me some logos. It's fine.
But you can join our Discord here because what I want to see next season, and I'm gonna push like hell, is for us to build a community meta list, right? Because you can do that with your Discord bot, right? Season 5 now live. What the hell is this, Lithian? You've got so much work to do. AI's building your website.
It looks good, though.
That's a placeholder. If you go to resources, you can go to meta, and there's a tier list there.
Yeah. TDV as well. Hell yeah.
Yeah, TDV doesn't.
All right, so this you can't see it on the podcast, but what is happening over here on the left hand side?
The bot.
Is that there's a tier list building, which again the community can build. Okay.
I need to fix the sizing on that.
Yeah, it's really wide.
I don't have an ultra wide monitor.
Yeah, what the hell?
You can sign up for our raid if you want here as well. We need to put that in soon, Lithian. We also can do community events. You can sign up for them here. So a lot of cool things, and I don't have to pay Squarespace $30 a month, which is really nice. So thank you, Lithian.
You just buy scrap headphones.
Just divert money somewhere else.
Don't go to TDV.
Is it going to break?
It's broken. Frank, you got to put another traders raid on the calendar before.
I do.
Season's over.
I do. I've got a whole list right here on my phone of all the things I'm going to make the traders do.
People love that, man.
Yeah. So a good reason to visit the website, mythicdungeonleague.com, and you can also find our Twitch there, which we will stream the PTR and stream the midnight announcement when that comes out.
And do you have any tips or like things you want to see on the website or that you can make easier? Let us know because
please.
I think they need help.
In fairness, to give credit, Lithian put this together way better than I would have. He did it faster than I imagined he would. And whenever I give him like, hey, this is a problem, he gets it fixed like almost immediately. So I appreciate that.
Yep.
So thank you.
Give me some artwork for the home button too.
I'll give you the feet.
We're gonna comb over this now that we've got it live and get it working. All right. 2 little things I want to do. Depending on time, we'll skip the second one. But all right, I want you guys to quickly come up with what you think the meta is going to be next season. Start with 1 tank, 1 healer, and 3 DPS. So, Lithian, I think you're not going to pass. Just take a wild guess. We're only doing this as fun. It's going to see who gets the closest, right?
Okay.
So, Lithian, you have the most experience in doing this. So let's start with you. What do you think the meta is going to be?
I do Prout Warrior.
Okay.
I do Resto Druid.
Resto Druid, which is this one, I think.
Resto Druid, yep. And then I do Survival.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which one's Survival again?
It's a top.
It's the elf. Right yeah, that one.
Yeah. I do Enhancement Shaman.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Yeah, hell yeah.
And I do Balance Druid.
Balance Druid staying in the top. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's my guess.
That's your guess. Okay. So I ask you, what's your meta prediction?
Based on how things are now, my prediction is VDH for tank.
Where's VDH again?
This
one?
Yep.
We'll say Arcane Mage is coming back.
Okay.
Oh no.
Boomy's coming back.
Boomy's coming back. Okay.
Yep. Shadow Priest.
Ooh, okay.
And Resto Shaman.
Resto Shaman, okay.
Yeah, Shadow Priest is looking good.
Okay, balance is in 2 of them. All right, scrap.
Yeah. I also want VDH.
Okay.
Disc Priest.
Disc staying. Okay, so you're already staying with the 2 metas.
Yeah, Fire Mage though.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No shot in hell, but okay.
Fire Mage. What are the other classes? Frost DK.
Okay.
Oh, Frost DK maybe.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
Enhancement Shaman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so enhancement in those 2.
Yeah.
And Vengeance there. Okay. I'm going to take the leap that Brew's going to be too good to ignore, but VDH, if they don't get nerfed, is going to be a problem. For healer, I'm going to go with Presevoker. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know. Their tier set's apparently really good. And in Mythic Plus, I think their range is less of an issue. So I don't know.
Do a physical comp then, because they'll all be in melee. You can't put a Marks Hunter with a Presevoker.
That's actually a good point though, because that might sway the meta. I was gonna make enhancement one of mine, so enhancement.
Oh, 3 people want enhancement.
Yeah, I think enhancement might be it.
Yeah.
I hear Beastmaster's really good, but I don't know.
No,
BM,
you can't have a BM with a Prez, dude. They'll bite each other's heads off.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Haywire get mad. He get mad
I
at
don't think
himself.
Rhett's it. I don't think the Warriors are it. You know what? Maybe now that Outlaw doesn't throw you around.
Oh, Outlaw.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say Outlaw. And we need a caster, don't we? No, we need a caster. You know what? The Warlocks always complain that they're not meta and that, you know.
Yeah, throw Affliction in there.
No, it'll be
not Affliction.
It'll be Demo.
Demonology.
Yeah, I think so.
No, you know what? I'm gonna call Frost. I think the Frostfire
looks. Frost.
Yeah. You know, mages usually are in the top somehow, one way or another. I'm gonna call Frost.
Safe bet. Always a safe bet. Pick a mage.
Yeah, pick a mage.
All right. So we will look back on this now. Okay, so this is something I pointed out also. Tier lists are stupid, as I always say. I just like doing this for fun because it just makes me laugh.
Yeah, I love it. It's
right.
Fun.
It's always a good time. Let's be clear though. Do not take any of our advice. But I do want to look back on this, and the reason why I also want to do this earlier as opposed to later is because as proven that the tier lists are useless, I went back and pulled the tier lists and even the like sim bots they were doing to say like what's going to be the best. And as far as DPS is concerned, none of them were like maybe Unholy was like in the discussion, which did end up being meta, but like Balance and Arcane were not there. Tuning happened into the season, which swayed us, but like especially Arcane into the top. So like I just feel like we're gonna look at this both week 1 and like week 8 and say, wow, no one was even close. It was actually like Devastation, Holy Paladin, Beastmaster, you know, Prop Paladin somehow makes a resurrection from the grave and all that stuff. So I'm curious to see what it'll look like, but I did want to capture our stuff right there.
Also, shout out to Technique, who has been trying to get a physical comp together for a long time, quit the game, and now it's like a big thing a lot of people are doing.
And he's not coming back either.
Nope.
All right. I asked you guys this a long time ago. I don't think you remember it, but I'll try to close it with our question of the week really quickly. I asked you guys if you were a dev, you're a dev for a day, right? And they said, hey, you get to come in and change one thing. What's one thing?
Take forever.
No, it won't take forever if you don't be a donkey.
Not gonna be a donkey.
That's
Scrabble take forever.
Yeah, good luck for that. What would be the one thing that you'd say this is the thing that I think would make the biggest change and impact to make the game better? I will start in case you don't remember yours. All right. For me, and I've been testing this on the PTR because again, they're trying to talk about the fidelity of telegraphing spells and all that stuff. I've started testing this theory of if I'm not able to turn off my UI and see what the spell is going to do to me as a result, it's not effective way of telegraphing what the spell is doing. So for example, the first boss, Heckless, you know, the big guy that would spin around Helkias, right? They did a good job of like making it clear what's going to happen if you are, you know, just looking at the ground and looking at what's going on with his boss body, right? But in the inverse of that, there are the gargoyles there. You know, the big gargoyles that you could accidentally pull and they turn to stone sometimes.
Yeah.
The gargoyles have a knockback effect on the tank, right? And even if you can see the cast bar telling you, like, I don't think it's called knockback, but let's just say it says knockback on it. I'm not supposed to be necessarily looking at that all the time. I feel like if I want to get away with what they're trying to say of making this game better to telegraph, I should be able to look at the mob, see it do like some sort of swiping effect that's going to give me the indicator that I'm going to get knocked back. And until that point, they haven't done a good job on this. And that also includes things like, for example, the sharpshooters in Priory. Although I don't think they necessarily pick targets, but let's just say there's a target that like stands in the back as a sniper and keeps sniping random players in the group. I think it should be very clear that you're about to get sniped. In fact, I think a good game mechanic would be like as a tank, and this might be chaotic, but like let's say there's a sharpshooter in the group that's picking off people, and it would indicate that you're about to, like, I'm the mage, I'm about to get shot. Like there'd be like a very faint, but like a line drawn between me and them, and the tank can intercept the snipe by jumping in the way of that line. I think that'd be kind of fun mechanic, given if it didn't happen every 3 milliseconds. Stuff like that needs to happen. So that's where I'd be leaning into, like trying to make the game look as clear as possible how the mechanics are being dealt with, because I think back to the first boss of Stone Vault, where if you didn't dispel the tank, you were screwed. Stuff like that has got to go, and that's what I'd change. So quickly, anyone want to go next?
I'll go next really quick.
Yeah.
So yours was like dungeon mechanics. I said this before, but I would overhaul leveling. Like really
What?
hardcore. Even though it's something I don't engage with in the game, the main reason I don't engage with it
What
is
would
because
be
it
the focus of it?
sucks.
Teaching your
To
character
make it
better, or just make it more lore
So
friendly?
I said like when I pitched this, I was saying like when you play classic, like leveling is the game, and then like end game is kind of like less. And right now, end game is the game, and leveling is like not consequential or even a thing. I want them to be more even. I want to spend a lot of time leveling, and I don't want it to just be inflated. I want it to be enjoyable gameplay that like I can do, I can enjoy, I can play with you guys and stuff. I can do a story, exploration, stuff like that. They need to make it part of the game again. And I think right now the design philosophy is that like people don't want to do it, so we just want to make it as quick as possible, as unlikely to engage with it as possible. Like except for like the expansion storylines and stuff, obviously like leveling through that, they keep it. I want them to overhaul like the 0 to 80 to be like a streamlined leveling experience that's actually fun to engage with.
And you don't think lore walking is a step in that direction?
I think it could be, but I did the lore walking and it was like a quick quest chain. Like,
yeah. Obviously, you could tune that and make it better. I get that.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
no, I want it to be like a zone. Like they need it. Like what happened when Cataclysm happened, where they overhauled all the zones and they redesigned them, and they were like, okay, each zone is gonna take you 5 levels, and each zone's gonna have a story, and you don't have to follow the whole thing. But if you follow the whole thing, you get like a blue item, and it's like and like a satisfying conclusion to the story you've been following. Like, I want them to do that again. Destroy the world, bring in all the stories. I've mentioned this before when we talked about this before. It would be cool to have like a greatest hits, like lore walking, where it's like we need to tell you the story of like this really cool thing. But instead of it going like how it is in present in lore walking, where it's like, okay, let's see what Zaltas up to. Okay, well first she was here, I'll teleport you there. Okay, and then she was there, I'll teleport you there. I don't get to engage with the world if I'm just being teleported to each place that she was at. Like I want to engage with the story in like a very physical way, and in a meaningful way. This is a lot of work and not a lot of reward, I think, because I feel like not a lot of people care about the leveling because it sucks. It's a cyclical problem. But in my dream, I think this would make it a much better game.
Okay.
That's it. I'm done.
I think the new player experience too is something that they're kind of working on, similar to player housing, where they haven't come out and said they're working on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if after the World Soul Saga, there's some new kind of world revamp where they kind of redo the entire new player experience. I think that might be coming sooner than we realize.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair prediction.
That's my dream.
All right. I ask you, since you've jumped in, what's the Midnight? So Midnight's launching or announced in a month. What's that one feature that you're building for Midnight's launch?
Midnight, oof. I mean, nothing so soon, but I was gonna say new player, but then Scrap mentioned she was gonna say that one, so I thought about something else I would say, and I think I would try to go through and see exactly what the problem a lot of the big PvP players have with it, and then try to make and
some
then try
PvP love out there.
Yeah,
PvE bridge.
Yeah, revamp it. Try to make it good for them. Try to make it engaging for people that don't necessarily always do it. To maybe make them want to try it. Just rework it and try to fix whatever issues that are currently going on with it. I don't know a whole lot about what the issues are, so I can't say I would have like a roadmap or anything.
Sure. But you would want to give it some love.
Yeah, just put some resources towards that instead of just like, oh, hey, here's 5 seconds in the patch video. Hey, here's your new map. All right, have fun in arena. Anyways.
I ask you, you've just become the PvPers like people's choice hero. You just earned so much street cred with them. No one's ever representing them in these kind of podcasts.
Harry, I would say I don't think PvPers watch podcasts. Like
Carry me to Gladiator. Carry me to Gladiator.
Yeah. I might do PvP next season because the Pally set looks so sick.
You said that last season. You said
I know. But as a mage, like it's different when I'm a Pally, because a Pally I feel like I'm a lot more in control of. Especially
a mage is like the best control that you can have.
But I'm not. I'm not frankly, it's just because I'm not good at it. Like that's the simplest way.
Now we're in a PvP debate.
Anyways, Lithium, bring us home.
Oh yeah, I'd give DK's raid buff for sure.
Trying to steal Ioski's favor.
And Warriors of Lust, right, Liz?
Yes, Warriors of Lust. No, I think that what they're doing with player housing, one of the things that I would want them to do more of is kind of lean into the social aspect of the game, because that's the point of an MMORPG is to have that social aspect. And I think right now a lot of our social is around Raid, around Mythic Plus, and around our community. But how do you broaden that out, and how do you make that a bigger part of the game? And I feel like, I feel like that's like leveling, where it was part of the game at one point in time, and it kind of got diminished over time. And we've all built our own communities and everything else, but I don't know. I'd lean into that a little bit more. So.
Well, Lith, we just have to start going to RP events. Like you say, like this
Yeah,
is dead. But if you go to Moonguard, it's like popping.
Yeah, when Alicia was around and we do
She wouldn't let us into any of her events. Like I was not trolling. I was like, I want to go to an event with you. That sounds super fun. She did not want to be seen with me, I think. Like,
no, you're embarrassing.
Yeah.
No.
I failed the vibe check.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
well,
it'd be good.
Any last words? I saw Superman. I liked it. It was good.
Yeah,
Not
I saw Superman.
I saw Jurassic World and I loved it, but it was really bad. But I loved it.
It's made like $500 million, so no one cares.
Dude,
like,
if they make 20 more Jurassic
Scraps
Worlds and each one is worse than the last, and I am aware of this, I will still watch 20 more Jurassic Worlds. So
it's because dinosaurs.
It's because dinosaurs.
you nut job.
I enjoyed Superman because dogs. But
I saw the trailer, so I had no interest in seeing that. And then me and my friend saw the trailer, and she keeps saying, "Whenever you see Superman," I'm like, "I've got to see that dog." So it's got something.
it's heavily featured in the movie.
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
I want to see the dog. He's so cute.
I love the dog, dude.
I love the dog, and from the trailer, I love the dog.
All right. Well, we have a little bit longer of an episode today, but not terribly long. Well, that show might be the longest one yet. Anyways. We're back. Well, actually, Scrap, you're about to go on vacation again, yeah?
I'm here next week, but we better do an episode next week, because otherwise.
Yeah, and I'm going to be moving at some point, so it's going to be difficult. I know you guys. It's the summer and a little bit dog days of the season, so hopefully as we get closer to the season.
Maybe next week we do like a season summary or something.
Next week,
a post-op on it.
Post-op, yeah, but then next time I'll be in after Gen Con, it'll be like the first week of August, so we can say like new patch vibes. So it's not actually gonna be that bad.
We probably will learn a lot more still, because like we'll maybe have the 7.2.5 and a couple other things going on. But yeah.
We didn't talk about this, but did you see the Biodome like Pokemon thing?
I haven't played with it, so I didn't want to like speak on it because I don't know how it works.
I just saw it in like a TikTok, and I was like, oh my god, I'm really excited about it.
Venari just wants you to refill it with all the shinies.
Yeah, but you can go get animals from like old zones.
Yeah.
It said in this TikTok I watched, so I don't know if that's real. So,
yeah, it sounds like how it works.
I'm super excited about that, and I can't wait to learn more about that on this podcast, hopefully.
Next week, I announce my main. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Shut the fuck up. We already announced it. It's like balance.
All right, let's send it to bed. Episode 51. We appreciate y'all being patient with the lack of content, but we will try to do our best. And then, of course, as soon as the season starts up, as long as Scrap doesn't go on vacation and go to the lake and
I can no longer go on vacation, or I'm already completely out of money, so I have to work now.
Well, I'll be there no matter what, no matter how. Like, I'll have a bare room behind me, but I'll be doing it from the new house. We'll see.
Oh yeah, new house. Cool.
Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.
See ya.